Birmingham South Stars are on the air. Central Hockey League action with the Birmingham South Stars is brought to you by Coca-Cola and the Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Birmingham. Coke is it. By Hardee's. Best eaten in town, Hardee's. By Adventure Travel of Homewood, the official travel agency of the Birmingham South Stars. By Gulf Oil. Wherever you go, let Gulf go with you. By Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By your Meet a Man. For quick, clean business copies, call your Meet a Man. And tonight's game is also brought to you by Sammy's Delicatessen and Catering, the official caterer of the Birmingham South Stars.
Hat and some special presentations. That now spot while the Wind firmly entrenched in the CHL cellar. We're underway now here at the Coliseum. Off the draw, Brad Knelson dumps it in behind Skorodinsky. Now Glenn Murkowski kicking it along the far wing. Mike Moore comes in and is quickly tied up. The Stars people, not that Skorodinsky's getting a bad shake, but when a decision needs to be made, oftentimes it's the Minnesota player who will get the nod. Neutral zone play. Puck along the near wing. Keith Hansen comes in, gets a fistful of glove from Brad Knelson. It was back on the 12th and 13th of November when the Wind came in, and the South Stars took a couple of victories in overtime. Off the draw now, the puck in the neutral zone. Here's Mike Forbes off the fireboards, dumping it back in. Now Bob Bergloff clears it off the near wing to center. It's worked by McCarthy, but poked off his stick and taken off a drive that has knocked down Jan Ludwig, pulled the trigger that time, and Glenn Hicks took the shot off the ankle. Now Warren Young turns it in with a shot that is handcuffing Janusek, but as he tried to bounce around, but he caught the eye of Larry Gordon. And when the Wichita Wind was needing some talent this year, Larry Gordon picked up Jan Ludwig. Bob Bergloff from the right point with a shot that is sticked aside by Janusek. McCarthy works to keep it in, feeds the goal line where DeBoll is tied up. Now Ludwig behind his own net. Here's Jan Ludwig cutting to his right across the blue line. Now through center ice, he looks for an opening, flips it easily on the right wing boards. Now as it's turned off a stick, Dan McCarthy takes it, rags it for Bob Bergloff behind his own net. Bergie up the near wing where DeBoll was tied up off the play by Owen Lloyd. The puck sits at center. Glenn Hicks with McCarthy shoots, does Hicks, and it's sticked away by Janusek. Now on the near wing, Owen Lloyd backpedaling to his goal line, coughs it up for Dave DeBoll. DeBoll now tied up by Lloyd as the puck sits behind the goal. Warren Young is there, feeds the blue line, no connection at the right point for Richter. So as Richter chases it back, Andy Lang changes his Wichita troops on the fly. Here's Dan McCarthy dumping it in, and as Janusek gloves it, he leaves it off of the circling Brad Knelson. Knelson, big defenseman, losing it to McCarthy in front, flips to Warren Young, who shoots and it goes wide as Young had trouble controlling the puck. Now at the right point, Richter, as he gets into a tangle, the loose puck to McCarthy, far circle, Dobson, a shot deflects in front as Birmingham tried to work it in close. Warren Young tied up along the near wing. It's worked free by the South Stars. Young looks to feed left point, does. A big drive by Logan, a save is made. It steers off to the far corner, now sits back behind the Wichita net. 2.5 gone, opening period. Scoreless hockey, Wind sending the puck to center ice. Along the wing now, it's battled for. Kevin Maxwell is there. Knocked loose in front of the Wichita player bench and corralled by Tim Burke. Here's Tim Burke. Feeds on the headman. Too far for Mike LeCune. He's put down by Homola, and there'll be a penalty right here. Craig Homola 4% on the power play. They are 47 of 193 with the extra skater. The puck to our right now. Jan Ludwig behind the net, trying to get a feed from Mike Muller. Now the Wind will break it out from the right side of Steve Janusek. Janasek in goal tonight. A record of 8 up and 11 down for Wichita. Here's Forbes through center. It's shoveled on in by the awaiting Glenn Murkowski. Now it's cleared by the South Stars to the right point, but Forbes can't keep it in. So Kevin Maxwell plays it. On the headman off Murkowski's skate, cleared by Keith Hansen the other way. It's picked back up by Kevin Maxwell behind his own net with Wes Jarvis on the forecheck. 1:15 on the Homela penalty. Here's Glenn Murkowski, played most of this year with the New Jersey Devils. As it poked off his stick by the South Stars. Back at center ice, Kevin Maxwell. Maxwell on the near wing for Mike Moore. Dumped in, cleared by Logan. Moore gets it back for Wichita. Throws on the right wing. Murkowski, a weak entering feed. Has it deflect back to the left point for Maxwell. Maxey goes to the right point. Forbes is there. Look out on the high riser. That one is up into the crowd. So Wichita moving the puck around. They tried to get into Birmingham yesterday. Couldn't leave Wichita because of the blizzard and the problems inherent therein. Airport was closed, so they came into town today, didn't arrive until after 4 o'clock this afternoon and came right to the arena. Puck along the near wing. To our left in Birmingham ice, Frank Beaton clears the puck to center. Now in the neutral zone, Richie Hansen on the right wing feed. Murkowski to Summer with a shot. It is steered off by Skorodinsky and cleared by the South Stars. Roy Summer pulled the trigger that time. Summer he's from one of the more unlikely hometowns for a professional hockey player. Oakland, California. Neutral zone. Here's Murkowski on the right wing feed, broken up by the back checking of Steve Carlson and Glenn Hicks. And it's Carlson who'll dump the puck the length of the ice. That's going to do it now. Homela stands and returns, and the South Stars have killed the penalty well. Now on the forecheck, here's Dan McCarthy back behind the Wichita net, being tied up by Brad Knelson. The two men in this hockey game that don't wear helmets, they'll grapple in the corner just a bit. Now the puck along the near wing to the blue line. Richter, he'll send it rink wide. Glenn Hicks tried to keep it in, but the puck escaped to center. Now Hicks to DeBowl, but as it banks off and 5 forwards out there for Gino Briaco. Jim Dobson, of course, leading the CHL in power play goals. He's got 12. Next closest is 9 power play goals coming into this week's activity, and that was the total for Red Lawrence of the Indianapolis Checkers. Off the draw, Homela, short side of Janasek with a shot, scored! Dobson, as he picks up the feed from Homela off the short side. It takes 9 seconds for Birmingham to do it. 9 seconds, as at 5:38. The South Stars get the tally. Dobson from Homela and Carlson, as it came right off the faceoff. Homela to the corner, his 24th of the year and his 13th on the power play. Time of the goal at 5:38, and the South Stars waste all of 9 seconds on that power play. Now off the draw. Play resumes. It's the Wind breaking down the left wing. To a short side centering try by Mike LeCun. It goes to the right point. Tim Burke keeps it in. A backhand shuffle to the near corner where it's cleared back towards the point and escapes, but the play is whistled dead. And face off near side of Warren Skorodinsky. Pulled back to the gunner hole with a drive is Dave Hutchison. It is cleared off to the far side. Hutchison, of course, a former WHA and National Hockey League performer, spent a good bit of time with the Los Angeles Kings. Now here's Keith Hansen. Hansen on his own defense to Logan, clearing out of the South Stars zone. The puck goes the other way. Dave Logan smashed rather convincingly by Maxwell moments ago. Logan gets a new stick, rejoins the play. It's along the near wing in Birmingham ice. Keith Hansen behind his own net. Feeds to the far wing for Dave Logan. Logan again absorbs a hit, this time by Brent Shaw. Leaves Shaw in his wake. The puck along the near boards. Dobson penetrates for the Stars. Feeds in front. Homela, backhander, he scores! Greg Homela. And what a piece of effort by Homer as he followed up the feed by Dobson. And the Birmingham South Stars quickly on top 2-0. This goal coming at 6 minutes and 48 seconds of the opening period. And for Homela, it is going to be be his 13th of the year. Dobson picks up the assist, and the South Stars lead 2-0. By the South Stars in rather rapid fashion. One at 5:38, the next at 6:48, and Craig Homola. Well, Homola didn't score the first one. Dobson did, but Homola worked it and set it up. And Homola sitting there on the end of the bench. And McKenzie, of course, that is likely one of the residuals of the rookie initiation. McKenzie played in Oshawa last year with the Oshawa Generals, but he's got a mohawk haircut sitting there on the end of the Wichita Wind bench as the backup goaltender tonight. Neutral zone play. Here's Larry Floyd. Floyd trying to outrace Frank Beaton, penetrates outside of Hicks with the backhander. Skorodinski saves, and as the rebound is cleared away off to the near wing, it's a drive from the left point that deflects off Owen Lloyd and goes back to center. Now in the neutral zone, it's flipped ahead to Glenn Murkowski, the former New Jersey Devil of earlier this year, sends it in. Skorodinski gloves it. Now Carlson up the middle. Hicks to Frank Beaton in a 2-on-2 as Floyd comes back to join defensively. Beaton up the near point, or towards the point past Solheim, picked off by the back skating Owen Lloyd. Now through to center ice on the right wing. It's dumped in by Moore as Andy Lang calls for a line change. Warren Young now. Young from behind his own goal line starts through to center ice. Right wing for DeBoll. David from the point shoots off Knelson. It deflects back behind the net. McCarthy is there. DeBoll takes it. DeBoll holds the puck, works back behind the net, circles with a backhander. Save is made. It's cleared back off to the near boards. McCarthy is there. Dan shooting. It goes well wide. Now to the left point, kept in by Richter. A backhand shovel is picked off by Hutchison. He can't clear, but on second effort, the Wind sends to center. Now it's dumped back to Knelson. He'll go rink wide, and on the quick head man, no connection for Jan Ludwig, and it's turned back through to Dave Hutchison. Hutchison on his own defense. To center ice now, taken by the captain of the Wichita Wind, Richie Hansen. Hansen cutting left on McCarthy at center ice, penetrates towards the blue line. He works it towards the right side, and now as it trickles through, it's picked by Birmingham and a breakaway for Young. Warren Young alone, moves, fakes, backhander, save is made by Janasek, and a beauty as he got himself between the net and the shot of Warren Young. Now along the far wing, the puck escapes to center. Dave DeBoll circles with it, dumps it in. It's back behind the net, taken by Brad Knelson. It could easily have been 3-0 Birmingham, but Warren Young was stifled by Steve Janasek. Now at the blue line, cutting as he goes with a backhand try, Owen Lloyd. It deflects through to the far point where Mike Forbes tees it up. Now back behind the net, Richie Hansen throws in front, cleared by the South Stars to center. And in the neutral zone, Owen Lloyd has it again. He'll dump it off a deflection. Forbes takes it and sends it in. Andy Lang changing things on the move. Mike LeCun steps on. And now at center ice, here's Warren Young for Birmingham. He'll dump it in. It's chased and cleared up into the crowd and banks off a series of hands and further.
For all you do, this buzz for you, this buzz for you. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
WERC Birmingham presents ABC
Nothing as Warren Young robbed on a breakaway. A great stop by Steve Janasek. Now the South Stars with the puck again behind the Wichita goal. Here's Wes Jarvis throwing the puck in front towards Homola. Homer circles the net, leaves it off on the short side. It's picked back up by Larry Floyd. Floyd clears it to center ice. Here's Glenn Murkowski. He'll go rink wide off the stick of Mike Moore. Chased down by Jarvis. He can't clear. Forbes tried to keep it in. It got caught up in his skates along with those of Craig Homola. And the puck sits back at center now. Taken on the near wing. And Moore tries to dump it in, but the play is off. Toronto, Pittsburgh, and Chicago, Philadelphia, and Winnipeg. At the arena in Winnipeg, we'll have updates on all those games for you shortly. The puck sent in around the Dashers. Nearly scooch out in front of the Birmingham net. It was taking a strange carom off outside of the Birmingham net. South Stars lead 2-0 on goals by Jim Dobson and Craig Homola. And Homola did a good bit of work on both of those goals. Now as the South Stars start dangerously close to their own net, Solheim skated in front. It's cleared off to the left wing side. Here's Dave Logan. Logan from the red line elects to dump it in. It comes out of the corner, left side of Janasek. Brad Knelson nearly poked away by Beaton. Knelson feeds it along the near wing. It's worked free from Mike LeCun by Carlson. Carlson now still tries to dig, but referee Mike Noth of Wichita. They do have their smattering of veterans, but up front a good bit of younger players. Minnesota played a game for the Minnesota North Stars a number of years ago. Played in Oklahoma City and Tulsa. Played for the Fort Wayne Comets of the IHL, so he's been around. And as we mentioned, he was the backup goaltender to Jim Craig, rather. Janasek was the backup goaltender to Jim Craig. And the George Fallon drops the puck. It clears to the far wing. Dave Logan dumps it in. So with 8:39 remaining in the opening period, here's Brad Knelson. Has trouble skating with the puck behind his own net. Nearly coughs it up now. Does Carlson trying the wrap around? It trickles back in on net. And Janasek will win coming in tonight. And that, of course, a break for the South Stars. Miller has played well against Birmingham, coming out of Boston University, BU Terrier. Blue line, couple of games at the McNichols Arena in Denver, Colorado. From there, South Stars come home. We'll take a bit of a detour, head down to Daytona Beach, Florida. A World Center of Racing, Daytona Beach, Florida, right here on Birmingham Sports Station WERC. Here's Dave Hutchison with the puck. Hutch in his second game now of the Wichita win, through for a drive by Maxwell that sputters to the left side of the Birmingham net. It's cleared towards the point. Forbes keeps it in through traffic. Now Hutchison in the high slot. A shot that deflects off to the near boards is cleared by Dobson. Here's Jarvis in a 2-on-1 with Homola. The feed to Homola. Back to Jarvis. It bounces in front. Swept behind the net. Homola throws it out in front. Dobson the backhander. Save is made. Rebound clears off to the left circle. Now for Jarvis. To the right point. Hansen shooting. Sticked away by Janasek. Knocked aside by Forbes. Dug loose by Dobson. To the blue line. Hansen shooting. Save is made, and Janasek is going to hold on. So Birmingham area for their fine food and reasonable prices. 1931 3rd Avenue North. Call them 324-1871. Sammy's Delicatessen and Catering. South Stars out shooting the Wichita Wind 14-4 through this first 12.5 minutes of the opening period. South Stars lead by a score of 2-0. Craig Homola and Jim Dobson, the goal scorers. Here's Dan McCarthy now off for Dave Logan at center ice. Logan will flip the puck in. Tim Burke grabs it, knocks it aside. At center ice, it's taken by Roy Summer. Summer down the left wing, given some room by Richter as he centers onto the stick of Dave Logan. And Logan for Birmingham will clear it back to the neutral zone. So as Roy Summer tried to pull it back in front towards Richie Hansen, he found the South Stars defense instead. Now Burke, headman's Hansen has a step, drops it for Summer. Roy peels to the right point. Owen Lloyd is there, back out in front. Now behind the net, Richie Hansen holds it back to the point. Lloyd shooting, out comes Skorodensky. A return shot, dumped in and cleared by Skoro up to the near wing, and now taken by Richter the other way. Neutral zone Wind picks it back up. It's Ludwig up on the near wing, penetrating with a kick save. Skorodensky off the shot by Roy Summer. Now back in the corner. It's tied up, and the play is whistled dead. So Warren, this year, they say a rather porous defense in Los Angeles, responsible more so than the goaltending for the trouble that Coach Don Perry's crew has had. So get a chance to talk with Mario Lassard, maybe in time for the broadcast tomorrow. South Stars now penetrate in. Frank Beaton to Carlson behind the net, who throws it in front. It's taken away by Murkowski. Glenn throws it on the right wing. It's turned in by the Wind back towards Murkowski. Cleared, though, by the South Stars to center ice. Here's Carlson. Headman's Hicks. He moves. He fires. He scores! Glenn Hicks on a pretty feed as he moved in and let it fly. And the South Stars came busting loose out of their own zone. And all of a sudden, what would have been a Wichita opportunity turns into a Birmingham break as Steve Carlson and Frank Beaton will pick up the assists on Glenn Hicks' tally. It is Hicks' 10th of the year, coming at Steve Carlson, setting things up nicely. The South Stars now lead 3-0. Here's Brad Knelson. There's Glenn Murkowski at center. He'll dump it in, and Skorodensky will sit on the puck and will break for this with the score.
Stimulating, and their special specially designed sound system won't interfere with your intimate whispers away from the dance floor. Come to talk, dance, and romance. You'll find memories are made at Singles, 20th Street and 3rd Avenue South.
Returning to the Coliseum in Birmingham, I'm Eli Gold. Glad to be with you tonight. The South Stars on top 3-0. 5.5 remaining in the opening period. Neutral zone. Martinson trying to shovel it ahead to Solheim. The puck broken at center ice. Here's Larry Floyd dumping it in. Floyd's the guy who had the penalty shot against Birmingham back on the 13th of November. That was robbed by Marcus Matson. Here's Dave Richter. Richter down the left wing. Penetrates the Wind goal line. Circles behind the net. Richter staying with it. Richter to the right point. Bergloff. Berge to the left point. Homola is there through traffic. Knocked down by Owen Lloyd. Lloyd lined up by Martinson. Martinson pokes the puck away. Martinson holds it. Feeds the blue line. Bergloff. It's knocked free. There'll be a penalty upcoming on Birmingham here. Now in the neutral zone, the South Stars take it, and there's going to be a slashing call.
We've been waiting for you, for you. Come get it, the biggest taste you've ever found. Come get it, the one that never lets you down. Come get it, the most refreshing taste around. Come get it, come get it.
The Wichita Wind on the power play. Left point, Richie Hansen moves to the middle of the blue line and unloads the puck. It's taken by the Wind. Jan Ludwig now to the right point. Moved back to Forbes with a shot that bounces wide of the net. Now back to Ludwig on the near board. Near the circle, he's bumped off the play. It squirts loose to the corner where Roy Summer is tied up by Bergloff. Then as Ludwig and DeBold join in, Wichita digging it free. Ludwig to the left point for Mike Forbes. Forbes back for Ludwig at the near circle. He holds the puck, being watched, and throws the elbow along with Bob Bergloff. DeBold takes the puck, sends it to center where Kevin Maxwell recontrols. Wichita had one shot on the power play, the first power play they had in the hockey game. Here's Maxwell. Maxey at the circle, losing the puck. DeBold takes it for Birmingham and clears. So, the Birmingham South Stars on top 3-0 with 3.5 remaining in the opening period here at the Coliseum in Birmingham. Here's the Wind now. Penetrating is Hansen, losing it to Steve Carlson, who'll clear it again. So Wichita has to regroup back in their own zone. On the defense, Maxwell. He'll go rink wide for Burke. Up the right boards for Hansen now. Hansen with Burke at the blue line, shoveling on the left wing. Here's Ludwig. Ludwig feeds, picked off by Carlson. Throws it ahead for Beaton. The race is on. Frank, a step on the play, shoots. It flips over the goaltender and goes wide to the far corner as Frank Beaton was being chased by Brad Knelson on a semi-breakaway. Now Knelson with the puck. On the feed through center for Murkowski. Glenn dumps it in off a deflection, and now as penalty time winds down to 3 seconds, Birmingham clears. Returning is Martinson, and the South Stars again shut the door on the Wichita Wind. Now the play left side of Warren Skorodensky. Wes Jarvis golfing it back on the far wing. Burke keeps it in. It's taken by Martinson. Shovels it ahead of breakaway. Homola moves, fakes, he scores! Craig Homola, and the Birmingham South Stars just all over the Wichita Wind here tonight. Breakaway upon breakaway. Craig Homola picks up the tally, his second of the night, 14th of the year. The one assist will go to Steve Martinson as Marty threw the puck out neatly. And everything the South Stars do tonight is coming up roses. South Stars having all sorts of breakaways and semi-breaks, and young goaltender Steve Janasek not getting a whole host of support. Now as the puck is sent rear side of the Wichita net, it's taken by Hutchison, who'll throw off on the right wing boards. Now Hutch gets a return at center ice. Hutchison flips it in. Skorodensky flags it down, throws up the far wing. Homola is there. He's moved impressively off the puck as he takes a tumble, and with exactly 2 minutes to go in the period. Glenn Hicks has one. Now as we return to the action at the Coliseum, the puck is in the neutral zone for Glenn Hicks. Hicks dumps it in. It deflects off a defenseman and on goal, so Janasek makes the stop after Hutchison deflected it on net. Now here's Murkowski through center. Glenn spun around, stays with the puck, works it well. He's on the backhand, stays with it again, but finally loses to Birmingham as Murkowski was surrounded by 4 white shirts. Now Jarvis on the left side. Homela moves in, circles the net, holds the puck, throws it in front off a leg. Jarvis is given a seat by Forbes with 1:10 to go in the opening period. Here's Keith Hansen with the puck. Birmingham out shooting Wichita 18-7 at this juncture of the opening period with 1 minute remaining. Neutral zone. Here's the puck turned in by Larry Floyd, quickly cleared by the South Stars the other way. Here's Mike Forbes. Forbes will dump it in, and as it bounces right side of Skorodinski, it's taken by Keith Hansen. Hansen watched by Maxwell as the puck goes back behind the net. Logan too far for McCarthy. Forbes with a drive that goes wide to the near side. Now Dave DeBoll. DeBoll circling his net with the forecheck of Brent Shaw, and back up the left side. Half a minute remaining as the South Stars dump it in. Brad Knelson quickly clears it to center. Logan sidestepped by LeCun, who will dump it in. It sits rear side of Skorodinski. Warren clears off to the near wing. South Stars take it. DeBoll sends easily the other way. There'll be no icing with 12 seconds remaining. Here's Knelson. Brad looks to clear, gives to DeBoll in the high slot. Overskating a couple of guys. DeBoll given a shot as he goes down, and the period will draw to a close as LeCun can't play a pass, and the South Stars lead 4-0 after these things. I'd know it in a minute because I couldn't see without them. Set to go. South Stars on top by a score of 4-0. We're underway. Handling now the Wichita Wind to our left, and going back behind his own net is Larry Floyd. Floyd starts shot right side, now cuts to the left wing side. Now as he penetrates the blue, he goes around Keith Hansen and shoots. The save is made by Skorodinski. It's cleared. Knelson down the wing, picked off by Carlson, taken away by the Wind, sits at center, and Glenn Murkowski dumps it in. Now behind Skorodinski, he leaves it off for Carlson. The puck wound along to the near boards. Now back behind the net is thrown the length of the ice, and there'll be an icing call on Birmingham. Waved off. Puck goes back behind the net. Battle for him on the near boards. Now behind the goal, Knelson takes it away. Brad Knelson starting it through center, skating left to right across the red line. He'll dump it in. Out it comes left side of Skorodinski. Andy Lang changing his troops on the fly. It's up the far boards. Frank Beaton is there. He'll lose the puck. Gets wound by the Wind to the near boards. Sent wide by Maxwell, and a tip try by LeCun never really materializes. Here's Keith Hansen with the puck. Hansen back along the near boards, taking it as Richter, and Richter sends rink wide off Beaton's stick at center. So as the Wind recontrols the puck, it's worked by Hutchison on the left wing with a cutter on the right side. That's Shaw. The feed in front. There'll be a penalty upcoming. It's going on Birmingham as the play was forming up in front of the South Stars net. Here's LeCun. LeCun poked away, and there'll be some sizes between Lassard and the diminutive Warren Skorodinski. It is quite the sight. The skates are considerably smaller, as Lassard got in okay, but his hockey gear didn't. 1:49 on the power play now with Richter off the ice for interference. Here comes Wichita left to right. Maxwell has the puck on the right wing feed. It's en route to Richie Hansen. Now to the short side of the net, taken by McCarthy and cleared. So the South Stars dump the puck the length of the ice. Wichita, as we said, has had 2 power plays already tonight. On each power play, they have managed 1 shot on goal. Now, with the puck, here's Roy Summer. Comes rink wide with it to Ludwig. Return to Summer up the middle. Roy accelerates down the right wing, puts the brakes on top of the near circle. He's hit as the puck to Forbes. Tipped twice behind the net of goaltender Skorodinski, and it doesn't go in. Jan Ludwig and Richie Hansen each tipping the puck behind the goaltender, and never did it cross the line. Boy, how'd you like to be on the receiving end of that? You know it's not going to be your night. Here's Hansen to the left point. Maxwell keeps it in, drops to Forbes. Forbes now holds at the left point, works to the middle of the blue line. A pass broken up by Beaton, and Frank will dump it the length of the ice. So 40 seconds now remain. And those, of course, are not shots on goal. Those 2 tips behind the goaltender. They were not stopped, and they didn't go in, so they were technically not shots on goal. Now the puck, left side of the net, stolen by Carlson, in front for Beaton. The shot is a save. Frank gets it back to the right point. Hansen shooting, and it goes wide. Power play for Wichita. South Stars have the puck, though. At center ice, Carlson for Logan. Now it's back on the near wing. Dave, or at least Mike Forbes takes it. Mike Forbes dumps it in. It's around rear side of Skorodinski. Ludwig in the corner, taking a body check from Keith Hansen. And as it's worked free, it's finally whistled 4-0. Save it at 7:15 right here on WERC. Here's Dave Logan with the puck. In the corner, right side of Warren Skorodinski. Dobson takes it, throws to center ice. Homola, who already has 2 goals tonight, 14 on the year, spins and loses the puck, and it's cleared by the wind the other way. So Keith Hansen back in his own zone, coughs it up to the wind, but Jarvis pokes it free off the stick of Larry Floyd. Now the neutral zone, Dobson takes the puck, doubles back into his own zone, starts it up for Jarvis, who throw left wing for Homola. Homer chasing it to the goal line, sneaks underneath the check, though he does get the residual effect, and now the wind will break it back left to right. Through center ice, it's taken by Floyd to Murkowski, whose shot is deflected. Now behind the net, it's kept alive by Mike Moore. Moore put down, the puck along the boards, turned back by the wind. Moore in the corner, looks to center in front. Logan gets back in time, takes the puck away from Larry Floyd, and it's cleared. Birmingham in a 2-on-1. Dobson with Jarvis, Knelson back, Dobson for Jarvis, open, then he scores! Wes Jarvis from Jim Dobson in a 2-on-1 break, and Birmingham is on top 5-0. Jarvis and Dobson in a 2-on-1 with Brad Knelson as the lone defender, and Dobson drew everybody. He drew the goaltender and Knelson, and Jarvis had the empty disc. And Birmingham's on top 5-0. Now the play in the neutral zone. Wichita with the puck. Here's Kevin Maxwell. Maxwell dumps it in behind Skorodinski. Now for Glenn Hicks, who'll bank it off the wing. DeBoer up on the feed. Hicks behind his back towards McCarthy. Turned away by Tim Burke. Recovered by Richter now. You know, you try to think and count out there. You'd seem to believe the South Stars have too many men on the ice, but they don't. They're doing this even strength 5-on-5, having all sorts of opportunities tonight as goaltender Steve Janasek has been left all alone defensively, and when there is a defenseman back, they are still outnumbered fairly considerably. Here's McCarthy with the puck on the wing, poked free by the wind. They'll work it back to the line. Now Hutchison doubles back, coughs it up to center. Warren Young takes it. Warney flips it to the corner. DeBoer chasing it down. David circles the net with one hand on the stick. He'll nudge it in front to Young. Short side, saved by Janasek. Deep in the Wichita zone to the right side of goaltender Steve Janasek. Wichita in the uniforms that, of course, first years in the league. Wichita was aligned with Edmonton. Now they're aligned with the New Jersey Devils. Problems are obviously organizational wide.
There's something big waiting for me and you. The biggest taste you've ever found. The one that never lets you down. The most refreshing taste around. Coke is it.
Returning to the Coliseum, here the South Stars with the puck, but there'll be a penalty in the corner as Steve Martinson will be going right here, and a little deal gets together, and I can't identify the Wichita player, but Martinson and one of the Wind players grappling along the far boards, and Martinson is going to get the extra penalty, no question about it. It is Roy Summer and Steve Martinson who have now tumbled politely enough to the ice surface. Martinson got the original minor. It is important to note that Summer never did drop his gloves or his stick. And there will be some extra penalties in Martinson's favor here. 6 minutes and 17 seconds. These over the years, although this year he has toned down a bit. He has some 81 minutes in penalties. Last year, Roy Summer ending up with 193 minutes in the sin bin. All right, teams are at even strength. Puck dumped into the Wichita zone. Here's Frank Beaton. Takes a body check from Paul Fulcher. And if I'm not mistaken, one of his first, if not only, shift of the evening. The puck along the near wing is second shift of the night for Fulcher. Birmingham's Carlson in the slot. Can't get a shot away as he is put down by Forbes. Carlson looks for a penalty call by Mike Noth. Doesn't get one. Now Jan Ludwig with the puck. Ludwig into the high slot. Poked free. A return by Richie Hansen goes wide. And Birmingham plays the puck. Keith Hansen. No relation to Richie. Neutral zone. Here's Ken Solheim. Up for Carlson. He was offside, but they didn't call it. The puck now turned back by Brad Knelson. Wind has Richie Hansen in front towards Ludwig. Broken up by the South Stars and cleared. South Stars are not letting those passes get through into the slot. Now through center ice and penetrating in is Owen Lloyd. Lloyd down the wing to the high slot. A back, now a flip try by Moore as he had a shot on the backhand, turned it around and it went wide. A centering try by the Wind, taken by the South Stars and cleared. 12:25 remaining second period. Birmingham on top 5-0. Here's Hutchison dropping it off for Moore. He'll give it back to Homola. Couldn't have been a prettier pass to Homer. Now Jarvis on the wing. Back towards Homola, being watched by Murkowski. Murkowski has been on ice for all 4 of the even strength goals that Birmingham has scored tonight. The only player to be a -4 for Wichita in this hockey game to this moment. Now Mike Moore behind the net. Thrown back in front. Birmingham breaks it 3-on-3. Hicks will dump it in. 11:53 remaining in the second period. South Stars up 5-0. Neutral zone as the puck is wound around the Dashers. It goes back to the South Star end. Homola has it. Rink wide, feeds back and forth from Richter towards Dobson. It's back along the near boards. Kevin Maxwell put down in the corner, and the puck escapes to center ice on the stick of Owen Lloyd. Here's Lloyd across the South Star blue line, poked free by Hicks. Put down to his knees, and now Hicks follows suit. Puck taken by Richter, a gutsy move, cutting in close to the right side of his net. Now at center ice, Larry Floyd put down. Richter is gone right there. As Floyd takes a seat, Richter will be going. Wichita has the puck. They dump it in. And the play is dead now. Kevin Mack tonight, they have had one shot on goal in each of the power plays. That is all. So the South Stars have shut things down quite effectively. Here the Wind now with action to our right in Birmingham ice. Richie Hansen along the far wing. Hansen pulling it back into the skates of Jan Ludwig. Back to the blue line. Murkowski to the right point for Forbes. Forbes, there's a penalty in front also on Birmingham. Forbes unloads it behind the goal. DeBold ties it up. There's a cross check up coming in front of the net. And Wichita will have skater advantage. Let's see what the Wind can do here. The puck along the near boards. Richie Hansen broken up by Carlson. Hicks in the corner. He's hit by Floyd. Back to the slot. Forbes, a shot and a save by Skorodinsky. And he holds on. Warren Skorodinsky try and take it away. He showed Forbes a good bit of net, then took it away from him. That's what he likes to do. And off the draw now, the South Stars dump the puck the length of the ice. So Wichita has their one shot on goal in this power play, equaling their output in their first 3 power plays. Neutral zone. Here's Forbes. Forbes on the wing. Mike trying to get it by McCarthy. He can't, and Danny Mack dumps it the other way. 1:02 on the penalty time to Richter. 1:23 on the Logan penalty. Richie Hansen to Larry Floyd, top of the near circle, to our right in Birmingham ice. Puck along the far wing. It's down at the corner for Ludwig. To the right point now. Forbes shooting. It's knocked away by a sprawling Hicks. Short side, Floyd with a try. It's taken away off Skorodinsky and cleared by Keith Hansen. So the South Stars coming up big again. Now here's Jan Ludwig. Ludwig across the blue line. Cutting right. Pulls it back to the blue line. Forbes. To the left point, Murkowski. Back to Forbes. Shooting. Knocked down by Homola. Recovered by Floyd. He shoots and it's knocked down off the defense. Now with a 5-on-3 advantage continuing. Floyd shoots. In front, Richie Hansen trickles it wide of the net. And Wichita can't put it in the ocean from the end of the pier here tonight. 5 seconds to go on the penalty to Richter. Dave stands. He'll return. One man comes back, and now it's a 5-on-4 advantage for 20 seconds. An Owen Lloyd shot goes whistling wide. A Forbes shot goes wide. Now from the right point, Owen Lloyd again. 12 seconds on the power play. Down the wing, Mike LeCun. LeCun circles, recovers the puck after losing it. He's tied up off the play, and Birmingham nearly broke it, but it's taken away by Ludwig. Feeds in front from Murkowski. A shot knocked down. Logan returns. Birmingham has killed the two-man advantage. Now a backhander by LeCun. It goes wide of the Birmingham net, and the South Stars have weathered the storm, but Wichita stays with it. Behind the goal, LeCun broken up. Birdloff takes the puck. Clears for Dave Logan. Logan on the wing to Richter. Birmingham caught out there with 4 defensemen for the moment, plus...
You tired of the hassle of dealing with airlines, hotels, and car rental companies when making travel arrangements? Well, break away with Adventure Travel, the agency of the South Stars. Do as we do. Put your travel needs in the hands of the expert off US 31 in Homewood.
As we return, play underway in the neutral zone. Birmingham leading 5-0. Mitch Wilson trying to chase the puck down. He's playing his first shift tonight for Wichita. The puck dumped the length of the ice by the South Stars. Chasing it down, there'll be no icing. Jarvis and Knelson battle. Solheim takes it. Kenny centers in front, but it deflects away from Dobson. Now down the far boards, Richter. Dobson playing it. Short side, knocked away. It's turned back to the blue line. It can't be kept in by the South Stars. Dobson will just rag it back to his own zone. On that last power play, when Wichita had 5 skaters on 3, they got 2 shots on goal. Now here's Jarvis down the left wing to the goal line, cuts behind the net of Wichita, throws it out in front, off the stick of Glenn Murkowski. He'll take it for Wichita. Through center. It's flipped in and chased down by the South Stars defense. 7:18 remaining, second period. Birmingham leading 5-0 in a rapidly played game, mercifully so for Wichita. Sports station WERC. Face-off. Right side of goaltender Skorodensky. A blue line drive deflects off Skoro to the near corner. It's taken there by the wind, Brent Shaw. He'll center it through to the left point. Owen Lloyd fakes it, now tees and takes, and a pad save. A return try is tied up as Paul Fulcher tried.
This but's for you. This but's for you.
As the Wichita Wind tries to work the puck around the Birmingham net, Dave DeBoll comes off for the South Stars. 6.5 remaining, second period, 5-0 Birmingham. The puck dumped in. It's taken by Owen Lloyd behind his own net. Winds it around to center. Here's Fulcher. He'll try and dump it on the headman towards Shaw, but it's turned back to center ice. Dave DeBoll has it. Drops it off. Hicks in a 3-on-1 to Young. He shoots. Knocked down by Janasek, and as the rebound sits, it's Mike Forbes clearing it away to center ice. Birmingham broke in a close quartered 3-on-1. Now through center, here's Richie Hansen. Hansen for Wichita. Swept away by Hicks, and has cleared the length of the ice. There'll be an icing call against Birmingham here as Brad Knelson makes the touch. Steve Carlson and Glenn Murkowski on the draw. Off the faceoff. Puck comes to the near boards. Carlson is there. Pulled back through traffic. Solheim. Kenny can't flip it ahead. It's swiped at by Ludwig. Kept alive along the near boards till the South Stars come back with it. Here's Solheim at center. From the blue line, a blistering shot that Janasek stops downstairs. To the right point, Richter keeps it alive. He'll shoot. Saved by Janasek. Rebound handled by Jan Ludwig at the near circle. Ludwig trying to get past a sprawling Steve Carlson. Solheim tried to work it free. Murkowski does to Mike LeCun. LeCun dropping it back to his own zone. Knelson with Tim Burke. Burke back for Knelson behind his own net. Pass broken up. Beaton takes it in the slot. A flip try by Logan behind the net. Solheim. Kenny leaves it off for Steve Carlson. Carlson one-hand shovel towards Logan, who will dispose of Ludwig, and the puck turns back. Here's LeCun for Wichita to the high slot. Off a screen, shoots it wide of the net. Jan Ludwig, he'll slowly hobble towards the bench. Now he gets past, and there's...
More Golf at 208 Oxmoor Road in Homewood can help. And if it's time to change your motor oil, here's a special bonus for South Star hockey fans. Charles Hartley is offering a complete oil change, including oil filter, lubrication, and up to 5 quarts of famous Gulf Pride motor oil for only $14.95. And while you're there, be sure to pick up...
Same two teams. coming your way Friday night at 7:15. Off the draw from the right point, Mike Forbes with a shot that is tied up by General, and Alabama Crimson Tide basketball in particular. That's tomorrow night, 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock, the Wimp Sanderson Show with Alabama's head basketball coach, Wimp Sanderson. Craig Homola penetrates for Birmingham, trying to center the puck. It's picked off by the wind, taken on a feed, Hutchison to Floyd. His off-speed shot deflects off the side of the Birmingham net. On the near boards, Homola forced back by Mitch Wilson, who plays his second shift of the night. Shot Stars dump it up the pipe. It would have been icing, but it goes on goal. So icing waved off, and now Forbes flips it up into the Birmingham Stadium on November 12th and 13th. Overtime victories. Birmingham getting overtime goals from Bob Boileau and Steve Carlson to win those games back in early November. Carlson's goal. Looking forward to getting him back to the lineup real soon. South Stars, left point, Hicks with a shot that deflects on net. Janasek makes the stop, and as it's cleared off through center ice, McCarthy takes it back. Now drops it off to his own defense. Now Glenn Hicks on the near wing. 3.5 to go, second period. 5-0 Stars. Rink wide, Martinson. Ridden off the play by Paul Fulcher. The puck to the slot. Now Richter shoots it at the post. Richter came off the blue line, hit the post. A return, Martinson deflects it on net, and Janasek tied it up. So we'll break for this. 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the second period. South Stars on top by a score of 5-0. Play now at center ice. Dump the length of the ice. There'll be an icing call on Wichita as Dave Richter makes the touch. And he doesn't play. Off the draw now, here's Mike Forbes. Forbes circles the net, throws it up on the left wing boards. Inside of 3 minutes remaining in the second period. The wind dumping the puck in a high flip into the South Star zone. Chasing it down, Murkowski in the corner along with Brent Shaw. They're tied up, and the whistle by to that honor the other day. 4 goals and 3 assists last week against the Colorado Flames. So Wes Jarvis, the league's leading scorer and the leading goal getter in the league, picking up Player of the Week honors. Returning, Glenn Murkowski in front with a try that is knocked down by Lawrence Skorodinsky. Murkowski into Flames. Came back from the Muskegon Mohawks of the International Hockey League. Play in the neutral zone now. Here's Forbes trying to flip it ahead towards Brent Shaw, the youngster who played with Seattle in the Western League last year. He was stood up by Logan, and now Brad Knelson plays the puck. Here's Knelson on the feed through center. No connection. And the play, Knelson and Jarvis had virtually the empty net at which to shoot. And Birmingham leads 5-0. 2:13 remaining in the set to draw with Richie Hansen. Hansen, the former Salt Lake Golden Eagle, who was given a promise by the New Jersey Devils that he'd be in the National Hockey League this year. That's why he left the St. Louis organization to join New Jersey. Talked to Richie earlier, said, well, would you do it again if you knew what you know now? He said probably not, but he doesn't know now he knows now what he didn't know when the contract was extended. And oftentimes, when it looks rosy at one moment, it can quickly turn the other way. Richie Hansen, he's the man Salt Lake really misses this year. Neutral zone, Frank Beaton trying to break a 2-on-1 with Carlson, couldn't handle the puck. Richie Hansen takes it and stumbles at center, rags the puck back to his defense. Now Hansen gets it, turns it in for Wichita. Steve Carlson clears. Pretty back feed to Beaton, who come through to the left wing side. Trying to drop it off, does off a deflection to Carlson. 1:15 to go in the second period. The puck dumped in. The pace of this hockey game slowing a mite, and the crispness having evaporated for the moment as Birmingham leads 5-0. A drive by Jan Ludwig goes wide, and a return shot is knocked away as Skorodinsky dove across the net to knock away a shot by Roy Summer. Now Summer at center ice takes the puck and dumps it in. 50 seconds to go in the second period. Stars 5, Wichita 0. Puck in the neutral zone. Through center ice, turned in, quickly cleared the other way. Now back to the goal line. Centered for a try that is knocked wide, and Birmingham will turn it back the length of the ice. Richter chasing it down. Glenn Hicks joining him there. Dobson, Homola, and Jarvis up front with 24 seconds to go. South Stars can play for the last shot if they were in the NBA. Neutral zone. Puck tied up.
Lubrication and up to 5 quarts of famous Gulf Pride motor oil for only $14.95. And while you're there, be sure to pick up your valuable coupon good for $2 off the regular adult admission prices at selected South Star hockey games. Protect your car with Gulf Pride and stop by and say hello to Bernadine Rich.
As period number 2 draws to a close here at the Coliseum, the South Stars have a 5-0 lead. Top, as we say, by a score of 5-0. Here we go, off the draw. Dave Richter with the puck for Birmingham to Keith Hansen on the near wing. He'll go rink wide. It's golfed at by a couple of players, taken by Wichita's Jan Ludwig, and Ludwig dumps it in. Now along the near boards. Keith Hansen can't clear. Richie Hansen keeps it alive. No relation there. Dave DeBoll takes the puck. DeBoll through center. Nice bounce off the far boards to Warren Young. Young playing the puck, dropping to McCarthy. Back to Young. It goes behind the net now. Rear side of the goal. Young in the slot for McCarthy. Danny Mack tied up by Knelson. Young takes the puck, swept off his stick, and turned by the wind to center. Neutral zone, Keith Hansen recontrols for Birmingham, turns it in. Warren Young was offside, but there was no whistle. That one was by about 2 furlongs. Now the puck behind the net. Dave DeBoll holds it. DeBoll circles right side of the cage, pulls up on the brakes, looks for an opening, feeds towards Young, but it's picked off by Hutchison, recovered by Birmingham for the moment, but cleared by Tim Burke the other way. 1:05 into this third period here at the Coliseum. Birmingham leads 5-0. Wichita has had 5 power play opportunities. Birmingham has had only 1. South Stars have converted on theirs. Richter trying to shovel one in on the short side of Janasek as the puck rolled through the slot area. It's cleared now back to the South Star zone. Bergloff golfing it away. It's turned back in by Wichita, and there'll be an icing call this time as Richter makes the touch. Jim Pavis. He'd been up and down with the Blues and the Salt Lake Golden Eagles and returned to Salt Lake City today. 18:25, third period remaining. Hicks with a drive from the blue line going wide. It's on the near boards, taken by Mike LeCun. LeCun through center. He'll throw on the right wing. No connection there for Brad Shaw, and it's turned back through center ice. Now in the neutral zone. Owen Lloyd penetrates on the circle with a shoveling shot that goes wide of the net. A return by Hutchison, deflects to the far corner, well wide. Cleared to center ice now. Overskated by a couple of players. Maxwell for Wichita, losing to Jarvis. Jarvis up for Homola. Homola trying to spin around Owen Lloyd. The puck does. Homola does not. Left point, Hicks in front for Dobson. Backhander, Jarvis knocked down. Rebound cleared off to the near boards by Wichita. Now, back along the dasher. South Stars keep it in the zone. Homola down the wing for Jarvis. Behind the net, Dobson is there. Throws to the high slot, taken away by Kevin Maxwell. Kevin Maxwell trying to clear, banks it off Jarvis's stick. The South Stars recontrol neutral zone. Jarvis with Dobson on his left. Jarvis fires and he scores! Wes Jarvis, his second of the night, as he pulls the trigger from the top of the circle to Janasek's right side. Wes Jarvis, his 29th of the year. South Stars lead 6-0. The goal at 2 minutes and 42 seconds of the third period. 2:42. Now off the draw. Puck in the neutral zone. It's turned into the South Stars end to our left. Here's Keith Hansen behind his own net. Hansen pulling it back for Dave Logan. Now up the far wing to center. The puck taken by the wind, and Wichita will dump it back. So now as it plays rear side of Skorodensky, Keith Hansen is there. Up the left side, trying to shovel it free was Bergloff. It goes to center. Carlson takes it. He's got Beaton with him. Carlson shoved off the play. It's recovered by Keith Hansen, and he'll turn it in now. Rear side of goaltender Steve Janasek. Janasek, who has seen more rubber this evening than a An inspector at a Goodyear tire plant works the puck back behind the Birmingham net now. Here's Logan. Can't clear, kept alive by Forbes, who'll send it behind the net. Now it's thrown out in front for a drive by Mitch Wilson, and it's cradled by Dave Logan. Dave Logan throwing himself in front of a shot by Mitch Wilson. And Logan 4-3 over the Detroit Red Wings. Minnesota and Buffalo scoreless after 2 periods in Buffalo. Hartford and Toronto 1-1 after 1, 42-30 at the half. And also at halftime, Syracuse 42, Connecticut 32. That's in top 20 college basketball. The play now to our left in the South Star zone. Richie Hansen trying to center it, but Dave Richter will obligingly clear for Birmingham. Now McCarthy. He's got the ball on the right side. The feed in front towards McCarthy, and he'll try and tip it home, but it's cleared away by Janasek. Now along the far circle. The puck goes behind the net. DeBoll, short side, off the side of the cage. DeBoll given a seat now as Richie Hansen comes away with the puck. Wichita has a 3-on-2 if they move it. Down the left side, Roy Summer. Summer in front. No connection. It's broken up by Birmingham Skorodensky. Neutral zone. Now back to his own end. Forbes to Knelson. Knelson broken up by McCarthy. Puck taken by the South Stars at center ice. A feed to Warren Young. Cleared by Wichita back to the neutral zone. Now Roy Summer, and Summer sends it in. 15-18 remaining third period. 6-0 South Stars. Here's Glenn Hicks, a good head of steam, skating it left to right. Flips towards Jarvis, who wants the hat trick. A hat trick would also mean his 30th of the year for Wes Jarvis. Craig Homola also working for the hat trick. He's got 2 tonight, 14 on the year. Dobson sends the puck rink wide. It's broken by Brent Shaw to center ice. Now Wes Jarvis comes back for Birmingham. Ahead for Dobson. Dobson dumps it in. It's Tim Burke skating it back for Wichita. Burke in front of his own net. Comes near boards. Sends up the Dashers the length of the ice, and we'll have an icing call as we break for this. 6-0 South Stars. You're listening to Birmingham South Stars Hockey. With 14.5 remaining in the third period, Wichita breaking down the left wing. Mike LeCun penetrates the South Star zone, pulls it through some traffic to Kevin Maxwell. Now we've got LeCun and Bergloff grappling at the Birmingham blue line. Neither man throwing a punch. They do the dance as the waltz music now comes from the speakers. Down goes LeCun. Bergloff and a right, and a right, and a right, and another uppercut. Now the linesman Doug Wilson step in. Bergloff trying to throw a couple of left hands, but Doug Wilson absorbs those. And they will part at 5:36 of the third period. And there will be penalties as Mike LeCun and Bob Bergloff get together just at the Birmingham blue line. You can hear that little waltz music in the background. And as both combatants and the teams, although without the services of LeCun and Bergloff, will remain at full and even strength. 14:23 remaining third period. South Stars on top 6-0. Wichita with the puck in their own zone to our right. Dave Hutchison throws on the right wing. Brent Shaw through center. Cross the line, trying to form it up in front towards Paul Fulcher, but it's broken up by the South Stars. Left to right they skate. Richter down the left wing. The big man's been taking some liberties tonight. In front for Jarvis. Pulls the trigger. Save is made. Janasek. Rebound. Dobson can't find it as he was pulling off the play. And it's controlled by the Wichita wind. Homola steals it. Moves down the left wing. He's alone. He shoots. He scores! Craig Homola has the hat trick for Birmingham. Homola. The hat trick. It will be his first of the year, and if I am not mistaken, his first as a professional. And the Birmingham South Stars have now taken a 7-0 lead. Craig Homola, as he broke in behind the defense at 6 minutes and 14, and the South Stars just getting the job done as Homola broke in behind the defense, created a breakaway of sorts, and the South Stars now lead 7-0. Here's the puck off the draw behind the Birmingham net to our left. Glenn Hicks is there. Hit hard by Mike Mower. They'll be going here in a moment if play continues. The puck along the near wing. Frank Beaton at center. Frank across the line, broken up. Mower takes the puck. Mower on the near wing, poked at by Carlson, hit by Beaton. They have a couple of words. There they go. Beaton and Mower in the neutral zone. A couple of heavyweights. Mower, the penalty minute leader for Wichita. Beaton with a couple of left hands that do very little damage. Mower with a left hand that does no damage. Mower now losing his helmet. Beaton coming across. Mower comes across. They went at it a couple of times in Wichita when the teams got together there a few weeks ago. So Mike Mower, he is the guy who was thrown out of the hockey game. You might remember if you were with us in Wichita, he was the guy who was thrown out of the hockey game for having an illegal piece of protective plastic on his hand. Frank Beaton comes up and takes an extra pop at Mower. Mower is irate. Beaton throwing some equipment at him. And now the linesman trying to keep them separated, but they are going to be gone. Beaton just, Frank Beaton just making all sorts of motions at Mike Mower. The same thing Frank did in the penalty box when he and Mower got together in Wichita. And now Mower is going to be leaving, kicking some equipment as he goes. Frank Beaton heading to the locker room. The crowd standing and cheering here at the Coliseum as the South Stars lead 7-0 on Wichita in a very frustrating situation. We've got players streaming off the ice into the area under the locker room where Frank Beaton and Mike Mower have no doubt gotten together. The benches are emptying. All the officials have scattered, and they are going now underneath the stands into the corridor near the locker room out of our area where possibly Frank Beaton and Mike Mower have gotten together. All the teams, both teams have left the ice. Everybody is streamed from the locker room or towards the locker room, many of the minor officials, and they are in the hallway, we are just told, by the security men. There is a fight in the hallway near the locker room between Frank Beaton and Mike Mower, as both were heading to the locker rooms through exits on either end of the building. And we just got the word from downstairs from the security officials that Frank Beaton and Mike Mower have gotten into a fight down near the locker room. The security force summoned some of the special police, and the fans stayed fairly clear of the area, though the players began to stream underneath. The players were on the Mower and Beaton were rolling around on the floor in a fight near the locker rooms, and the players then began streaming towards the locker room area to see what all the fray was about. This all begins at 6 minutes and 46 seconds. 6:46 of the third period. The penalties and the ejection of both Beaton underneath the stands near the locker room area, and the officials, a security report to the league filed by referee Mike Noth, although Noth, of course, did not see the incident underneath the stands either, because he was on the ice surface and the players had headed towards the locker room. All right, set to go. Back to hockey. 13-13, remaining third period. Birmingham leading 7-0. And as the play unfolds at center, the puck is dumped in behind Skorodinsky. There'll be an ice.
And up to 5 quarts of famous Gulf Pride motor oil for only $14.95. And while you're there, be sure to pick up your valuable coupon, good for $2 off the regular adult admission prices at selected South Stars hockey games. Protect your car with Gulf Pride, and stop by and say hello to Paul Contorno.
At the Coliseum, 12:48 remaining third period. Birmingham leading 7-0. Here's Brad Knelson with the puck. Turns it in to Richie Hansen. Teams are at even strength now. No penalties of any time nature coming from the incident of moments ago. Steve Martinson turns the puck in and it's cleared back to center by Wichita. Glenn Hicks takes the puck. Hicks on the near side for Keith Hansen. Hansen now ahead for Solheim. Kenny back towards Hansen on the near boards, and it's dumped to center ice. Carlson. Carly with Solheim on his right. Feeds Solheim, but it's off the stick to the corner. Chased down along the wing by Wichita and turned by Ludwig at center. Jan Ludwig dropping it off. Nobody's there. Birmingham takes it along the far wing. Carlson from the blue line shooting, and the puck deflects up into the crowd, and there'll be a Stocky club traveling in all day, and a team that has lost 6 in a row, showing no signs of snapping out of that slump here this evening. Meanwhile, the South Stars have won 4 in a row, 9 of their last 12, and 13 of their last 18. Keith Hansen with the puck. Sends it behind the Wichita net. It's fed by McCarthy to Warren Young. It's knocked away by Janasek. Now along the near boards, DeBoll. Davey is tied up. Loose puck for Kevin Maxwell. Maxwell at center. On the right wing, here's Brent Shaw to the top of the far circle. Spins and centers the puck. No one's home. It's returned in front of the net by Maxwell. Picked off by McCarthy. Dan McCarthy throws it off the near boards in front of the Wichita player bench. DeBoll moves in with a flip try. It goes wide of the net as somehow Dave DeBoll snuck in and around the defense and came calling on Janasek. Now down the near boards. It's a Paul Fulcher for games in Denver next weekend. So busy times upcoming. Things tightening up in the CHL, and the playoff picture beginning to clarify more and more each day. South Stars virtually assured of a playoff spot, having played as well as they have here. And that's something to say on the 2nd of February, but it looks as though the playoff picture is pretty well set. Neutral zone, Wes Jarvis. Left side for Craig Homola. To the corner with Tim Burke with him. The puck sits behind the Wind goal line to our right. Dobson dancing with Larry Floyd. Jarvis takes the puck. He wants the hat trick. Feeds the blue line. Logan shooting. Knocked down in front. Jarvis chasing it down. Feeds Dobson back of the net. Dobson comes out right side in front towards Jarvis. He can't get a good shot away as Hutchison tied him up. Now Jarvis gets it back in centers. It's knocked away and cleared by the Wind's Larry Floyd to the neutral zone. Here's Dave Richter for Birmingham. Richter sends the puck back into the Wichita zone. 10-10 remaining, third period. South Stars lead 7-0. Neutral zone. Down the right side, Glenn Murkowski shooting off the ankle of Richter. It goes wide. Now it's returned back on net, and Warren Skorodinsky will cover up with into auto racing. Signed a deal today for sponsorship of his race car by the folks at the Hardee's restaurant, Spartan Food Systems out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. Same people who sponsored Cale Yarborough on the Winston Cup Tour, former sponsors of Bobby Allison. Now putting the orange and white lettering on Frank Beaton's Camaro. That, of course, a big announcement today, and Frank, needless to say, quite pleased. Here's Brad Knelson with the puck. Dropping it back defensively now. Owen Lloyd on the left wing for Richie Hansen. Hansen trying to pull it back, but gives it to Keith Hansen for Birmingham. Keith behind his own net. Throws it up the near wing. Steve Carlson trying to poke it clear. Knelson kept it in. Now Hicks. Hicks along the far wing. Owen Lloyd, right point, tees it up and fires. Pad save, Skorodinsky. And Keith Hansen clears it off on the right wing for Martinson. Ahead for Carlson. It tips off his stick into the Wichita zone. Gino Briaco changing his troops on the move. Andy Lang, the coach of the Wichita Wind, looking on stoically from behind his player bench. Here's Brad Knelson. Knelson getting past Warren Young. Headmans through center ice to Jan Ludwig. He is deposited and just laid to rest by Steve Martinson. My goodness, that was a hit. Neutral zone, Warren Young. Offside is Birmingham. That's Homola and Dobson. Okay. If you're scoring along with us, Jarvis from Homola and Dobson. If you're keeping score, give Dobson an additional assist on Birmingham's 6th goal. The play now is to our left in the South Star zone. Here's Warren Young at center ice. Wind breaks it up. Poked free, though. Logan takes it. Springs for Young on the right wing. Warren feeds in front off a deflection by Hutchison. It goes wide. Now Logan behind the net. Young plays the puck. South Stars beating the Wichita Wind to the puck all night long. Young behind the net. Tied up that time. Maxwell trying to clear. He does. He winds it around the dashers past Logan at the far point. Now back to his own zone. Here's Dave Richter. Richter rink wide for Logan. Logan now for McCarthy. Dan McCarthy, headman's DeBoll, kicking ahead to Warren Young. He moves in, poked away by Janasek. Cleared back through the skates of the Wind defense to center ice. Janasek made a good stop that time. Now, down the right wing, here's Paul Fulcher. Tied up by the back-checking South Stars. McCarthy takes the puck, gives to Dave Logan, back to McCarthy, pokes ahead to Warren Young. Young at center ice now, across the red line. He'll send it in as Gene Ubriaco wants a line change. 7.5 remaining third period. South Stars leading 7-0. Neutral zone play. Center ice, Mitch Wilson. He'll dance down the left wing to the goal line. Poked away by Bergloff. Don't forget, these same two teams Friday as the puck trickles in on the Birmingham net. And Warren Skorodinsky will tie things up. And we'll break for this with 7-0 South Stars. 7:10 remaining third period. You're listening.
Put your travel needs in the hands of the experts at Adventure Travel. They're a member of the worldwide Hickory travel system, and they'll arrange every facet of your corporate, group, or individual travel. They'll probably save you money also. So why not check Adventure Travel, 3400 Independence Drive, off US 31 in Homewood.
WERC, Birmingham, where the Birmingham South Stars play.
And I'm Eli Gold with you at the Coliseum. Here's Homola feeding the puck in front of the Wichita net towards Jarvis, but Janasek, the Wichita goaltender, poked it away. Neutral zone activity. Puck sent by the wind into the South Star zone. Warren Skorodinsky behind his own net. Wichita trailing Birmingham 7-0. Here's Hicks on the right side for Jarvis. West cutting left as he penetrates the zone. Hooks and flip score! Thompson tips home a feed by West Jarvis. And what a pretty play that one was. Thompson from Jarvis on the Birmingham South Stars now lead by a score of 8-0. Thompson, his second of the night and his 25th of the year. West Jarvis picking up yet another assist off the feed by West Jarvis. Glenn Hicks will pick up a secondary assist, and Birmingham leads 8-0. Now as play unfolds, here's Wichita with the puck in their own zone. It's cleared by Jan Ludwig to the near wing, stolen by Carlson. Steve's moving into the slot, drops it off for Martinson, now feeds the blue line, but it can't be kept in by the defense. So Dave Richter takes the puck. Richter dumping it in on the bounce. It sits to the right side of the Wichita goal. Now Martinson, near side of the net. Marty shovels it off the side of the cage. It trickles through to the far boards where Ludwig battles with Solheim and is cleared to center ice. Keith Hansen is there. Now, Keith Hansen across the red line, skating it left to right, feeds towards Carlson. It trickles in on Janasek. Steve steers it away. It's taken by Forbes, lofted the other way, and Hansen has it in his own zone. Now here's Steve Carlson across the blue line, cutting right on the defense, dropping it back for the trailers. From the blue line, Hansen sends it in as the puck had already cleared.
And always stimulating, and their specially designed sound system won't interfere with your intimate whispers away from the dance floor. Come to talk, dance, and romance. You'll find memories are made at Singles, 20th Street and 3rd Avenue South.
5 minutes remaining in this affair. The South Stars lead 8-0 over the Wichita Wind. Short side of the net, Brent Shaw centers the puck. Mike LeCun can't play it. Here comes Birmingham left to right. Bergloff to DeBoll on the right wing. Davey puts on the break, centers in front for a tip by Young, and the save is made. Puck goes behind the net. Young trying to center. It's taken away. McCarthy in front, DeBoll for Young, and he can't find the short side. Now along the far wing, McCarthy battling. The puck tips in the air. It comes down to the left point. Dave Logan sends it to the circle. Hutchison gives to McCarthy in front for DeBoll. He shoots and it goes wide. DeBoll centers the puck. In front, McCarthy. McCarthy holds. Sends behind the net. Picked off by Maxwell en route to DeBoll and cleared. Birmingham is having it all their way tonight. Everything that the South Stars touch is turning to gold here this evening. Neutral zone play. Wind on the right wing, Brent Shaw. The Fulcher in front towards the awaiting Owen Lloyd, who penetrated off the defense. It's knocked away, and here's Dave Logan. Logan clears to the blue line, not out. Knelson keeps it in. Brad to the corner, he's all alone. The Wind is caught in a line change. So now Logan takes the puck. Logan to Warren Young at center. Young puts it between the legs of a Wind player. Pushing and shoving between Young and Mitch Wilson. Breaks as Birmingham's Jarvis has the puck. West at center. He's looking for the hat trick. Homola already has his. Dobson looking for the hat trick as well. Here's Homola penetrating. Put down by Paul Fulcher. But you'll see no penalties here. You'd need to see manslaughter at this juncture before referee Mike North called the penalty. Here's Fulcher with the puck to the goal line. Hard hit by Richter. Now as Richter and Fulcher scramble along the near wing, the puck turned up the dashers, kicked around, Richter pushing and shoving with Floor. Up next with Sandy and Company. WERC's late night talk show. Sandy Smith just around the corner. Off the draw now. Wichita on the power play. They'll start from their own zone. A break on the near wing towards Richie Hansen. Chases the puck down behind the net. Throws it in front. But there's going to be an icing call. And yet another victory. Off the draw now, Wichita with the puck behind their own net. They're working on the power play. Their sixth power play of the night for Wichita. On the near wing, here's Kevin Maxwell. Broken up by Keith Hansen, and it's dumped back the other way. So the South Stars effectively shutting down Wichita in all aspects of the hockey game here tonight. Neutral zone, Richie Hansen with the puck on the far wing. Hansen for Mike Forbes. Forbes broken up. McCarthy takes it at center ice. Stan McCarthy, he'll just rag it back. And now Steve Carlson dumps it in just past Richie Hansen. And this game is all but over. 2:10 remaining in this third period. South Stars lead 8-0. Here's a steal. Carlson, he scores! Carlson stole the puck from Mike Forbes. As Forbes tried to clear it lazily in front of his own net, Carlson stole it, and right there on the doorstep scores a short-handed goal to beat Steve Janasek. Birmingham leads 9-0. And even when the South Stars try and hold back a bit from Forbes, and scores his 15th of the year. Short-handed goal. Now off the draw, Wichita's Larry Floyd with the puck. Sends it in. Skorodensky clears it. Not out. The live shot going wide by Owen Lloyd. Now on the near wing. To the left point, Knelson. To the right point, Lloyd. Down the wing. Back to Knelson at the blue line. To the near circle, Jan Ludwig. To Knelson, is off his stick and back to center. 30 seconds to go on the Richter penalty. A minute 33 to go on the hockey game. Birmingham leading 9-0. Here's Wichita at center ice, Owen Lloyd. Lloyd being watched by the forechecking of Dave DeVole. David with the forecheck. Now he peels off as Knelson sends it in. A minute 15 to go in the game. 13 seconds on the penalty, and it's cleared now by Keith Hansen, the length of the ice. It is on goal, so Janasek steers it away. Returning is Richter from the far side as Knelson shoots and the puck deflects, taken by Bergloff. He can't clear. Teams are at even strength with a minute to go in the hockey game. Birmingham leading 9-0. Here's Jan Ludwig behind the Birmingham net. South Stars trying to preserve that shutout. A drive from the left point by Hutchison going high and wide. Cleared by Richter to center. Neutral zone Hutchison. He'll peel back all the way to his own zone. Forechecking is Jarvis. The puck clears past linesman Doug Wilson. South Stars send it back in. Gino Briaco has Jarvis on ice. He's looking for a hat trick. 30 seconds to go in the hockey game. Jarvis steals the puck and tries a shot, but it deflects up into the crowd. And the South...
St. Louis.
26 seconds to go in the hockey game. South Stars lead by a score of 9-0. Minnesota and Buffalo skating to a 2-2 tie tonight. That's a final. Off the draw now. Here's Dave Hutchison for Wichita. Wes Jarvis right there on the forecheck. So is Dobson out there. He wants the hat trick as well. But with 15 seconds to go, Jarvis has the puck. Now Hicks. Back for Jarvis. He's hit at center ice by Fulcher. 8 seconds in the hockey game. Birmingham dumps it in. The crowd counts it down. 2 seconds. 1. South Stars win it by their most convincing margin of the year. It's Birmingham 9 and Wichita nothing. And the shutout for goaltender Warren Skorodensky. And what an effort tonight as the South Stars do it all. They outshoot Wichita they outshoot Wichita 9-5 in the third period. So Birmingham with a shot total of 36, Wichita with a shot total of 24. Same two teams Friday night, 7:30 here at the Coliseum. If you can't make it here, we'll have it for you. ice. Referee Mike Nope set to drop the puck, and we're underway here at the Coliseum. Off the draw, Wichita with the puck. They'll dump it into the South Stars zone to our left. Warren Skorodinski winds it around behind his own net to Solheim. Kenny rags it up the near wing. Frank Beaton sends the puck to center. Chasing it back now is Owen Lloyd. Lloyd to his goal line, where the puck is cleared off to the near wing by Steve Janasek and dumped back to center ice now. Keith Hansen has it for Birmingham. He'll head man off the stick of Steve Carlson. Janasek steers it away to the far wing. The puck cleared to center ice, and with a hand coming in the neutral zone, 35 seconds into the opening period. Gino Briacco going with the big line of Wednesday night. Jarvis, Homola, and Dobson, with Hicks and Bergloff on the defense. The puck dumped in behind the Wichita net to our right. Jarvis takes it, throws to the high slot, off Hicks' stick. He gets it back, he shoots, and it goes wide of the net. Now the puck along the near wing to the right point. Bergloff shooting, glove stop made by Janasek. And Steeping here in the first 54 seconds of this hockey game. Face off to the left side of goaltender Steve Janasek. Puck handled by Mike LeCun for Wichita to center. He'll wrestle a bit with Bob Bergloff as Glenn Hicks takes it. Clears it off Homola's stick to the Wichita zone. Here's Brad Knelson. He'll shovel it the other way, where Birmingham's Bergloff takes control. Bergloff to center. Dobson off for Jarvis. Left wing to Homola. There's a penalty behind the play on Wichita as Hicks' shot goes trickling on goal. The power play goal output of Jim Dobson. He's got 13 on the year. So Dobson's 13 power play goals, leading the South Stars and the CHL. But here on the power play, Gino Briacco going with DeBoll, McCarthy, and Young, while Carlson and Jarvis work as well. Here's Steve Carlson with the puck. For Wes Jarvis, the CHL's leading scorer. To Warren Young on the left wing, back through traffic, broken up by the back-checking Roy Summer, and Summer clears the puck the length of the ice. The South Stars are converting on 25.7% of their power plays this year. That's the best mark in the entire Central Hockey League. Wes Jarvis now with the puck through center ice. Across the red line, he dances to the blue, is going through the defense and goes down. The crowd calls for a penalty, none forthcoming, as Wichita clears the puck the other way. Jarvis, penetrating through a double team on defense, took a seat, and the crowd yelled for a penalty. With 1:10 remaining on the Knelson penalty, here's Wes Jarvis trailing Warren Young to center. Young turns the puck in as he goes tumbling into the corner with Mike Forbes. Puck cleared by the wind back past Carlson, and now Steve Carlson on a feed from goaltender Warren Skorodinski plays it at center. Carlson across the wind line, cuts to the trailer DeBoll, whose shot is off the side of the net. Jarvis throws it out in front. It's taken by Kevin Maxwell, and the wind will carry to center. Maxwell down the right wing. Fans on a shot as McCarthy tied him up. Now the puck taken by McCarthy to Jarvis at center. 30 seconds on the power play. He's got Dobson on his left side. Dobson with the puck at the far circle. Dobson holds it. Dobson with 25 seconds on the power play. Given room, feeds the goal line to Warren Young. Young peels back out to the far circle, watched by Maxwell. Right point, Homola to the near side. Jarvis, whose shot is poked away. It's taken by the wind and cleared as Joe Fascinato, or at least Dan Fascinato, got a piece of it and dumped it the other way. So now as Gino Briacco, the South Stars coach, changes his troops, the penalty is over to Knelson. Stars working in. Dobson, short side try. He's hauled down. There'll be a penalty upcoming on Wichita again. Solheim shooting. It's steered up into the crowd. And the face-off will be upcoming to our right, deep in Wichita ice to the left side of goaltender Steve Janasek. Janasek was the backup goaltender to Jim Craig on the gold medal Olympic team of 1980. Puck along the near wing, Solheim for Birmingham shoots, and it's kicked away by Janasek. Now Dobson to the left point, McCarthy. McCarthy holds, moves to the middle of the blue line and shoots. Knocked down in front. It comes back to McCarthy, rolls to the near side where Hansen plays the puck. Keith down the wing to Solheim, back towards McCarthy, and neatly poked away by a sprawling Roy Summer, and Birmingham has to come back. Hansen gives it away to Summer. Short side of the net, trying to poke one by. Skorodinski shut the door. Here's Hansen now. Back he comes, left to right through center ice. He'll turn the puck in. Dobson chasing it down to the goal line with 1:19 on the power play. Dobson Far circle for Birmingham. To the left point, McCarthy. Dan McCarthy being given room. Feeds towards Dobson. Broken up momentarily by the wind. Larry Floyd. And now finally recovered by Wichita and sent to center. So South Stars have a little trouble getting things cranked up. They'll try it again. Homola dumps it off the far glass, rear side of the Wichita net. It's turned along the near boards to Warren Young. Young to the goal line, Solheim. Kenny being watched as he feeds the blue for Richter. Richter, middle of the blue line, to the left point for Dan McCarthy. 44 seconds on the power play. Birmingham, another penalty upcoming in front as Homola is laid down. The puck along the circle, taken by the wind. There'll be another penalty on Wichita. Jersey Devils of the National Hockey League. And with Marshall Johnston in town, the youngsters on the Wichita Hockey Club know that the brass is watching. Off the draw, Birmingham with a two-man advantage for the next 30 seconds. Here's Warren Young with the puck. To the goal line, Carlson, right side of his net. To the slot, Jarvis tees and fires, breaks his stick on the play. It trickles on goal in the play. When the South Stars go to Wichita for a game on March 13th, and the Wind comes back for two on the 15th and 16th. Birmingham will be called for a penalty here. As off the draw, Steve Carlson is caught for interference power play. Face-off upcoming outside the Wind line. Off the draw, Dan McCarthy, watched by Kevin Maxwell. Maxwell hounding McCarthy. Danny Mack chases the puck down, loses his footing in the corner. Maxwell takes it behind the net. He too goes down, and he had a short side opening because Skorodinsky was leaning the other way. But now as the South Stars break it back, left wing Dobson trying to get past Dan Fascinato, can't do it, feeds the puck near wing. It's poked to the goal line by Keith Hansen. Brad Knelson plays it there. The penalty time to Burke is over. The teams are at 4 skaters aside. Here's an offside pass to Larry Floyd as he broke down the left wing. Returning to the Coliseum, the word we get from downstairs, Dave DeBoll has a skate problem. That's why he's not on the ice right now. Jim Dobson plays the puck for Birmingham, turns it into the Wind zone, gets some high sticks along with Tim Burke on the near boards. Birmingham's Keith Hansen keeps the puck alive behind the Wichita net. But now as the Wind takes it away, here's Tim Burke in the blue and orange of Wichita, sends to center. Keith Hansen takes it off the stick of Larry Floyd. 36 seconds on the Owen Lloyd penalty. When he returns, Wichita will go to a 19-second power play. Here's Keith Hansen. Hansen penetrates and shoots. Save is made by Janasek. Rebound sticked off to the far wing. Now to the right side of the Wichita net. Here's Mike Forbes. Veteran defenseman Forbes on the left wing for Larry Floyd at center ice. Floyd, rink wide for Glenn Murkowski. Murkowski at the circle, pulls the trigger and fires it wide of the net. Now back along the near wing. Brad Knelson keeps it in, trying to fake around the hard work of Ken Solheim. To the goal line, Birmingham's Dave Logan takes it. Penalty time is over to Owen Lloyd. So Wichita now to a power play for 19 seconds. Birmingham dumps the puck in. 10 seconds now on that power play for Wichita with 12:51 remaining in the opening period. This game is scoreless. Down the wing, Dan Fascinato dumps it in for Wichita. It's chased down by Richie Hansen, who will throw it off the side of the net. It's loose in the crease of the backhander. It's knocked down. Return shot is whistled wide as the puck was swirling around the Birmingham net, and it nearly trickled by Warren Skorodinsky. Now along the far wing. It's into the corner. Chased down again by the Wind. Sent by Jan Ludwig to the goal line. It's tied up behind the net. Kicked loose. Richter comes off on the left wing boards. Penalty time expires to Carlson. Teams are back at full and even strength. Richie Hansen from the base of the circle shoots one off the bad angle well wide. The puck rebounds all the way back into the Wichita zone. And how that puck ever stayed out of the South Star net, I'll never know, as the puck was on end, bouncing wildly, and Warren Skorodinsky was tied up through all the traffic in front, and the puck was finally cleared away. Neutral zone with 11:52 remaining in the opening period. Game is scoreless as the South Stars dump it in. It sits behind goaltender Steve Janasek. Now kicked ahead to Maxwell. Maxwell on the left wing for LeCun. LeCun for Ludwig, who penetrates back to LeCun in the high slot. He's tied up and put down by McCarthy. No penalty call. And here come the South Stars, left to right. Warren Young, right wing Martinson shooting off a leg in front. It was knocked away by Tim Burke. Taking it as Ludwig. Rink wide towards LeCun. Broken up by Birdloff. Young penetrates, but the play is offside. Steve Returning to the Coliseum in Birmingham, I'm Eli Gold. Scoreless hockey between the South Stars and the Wichita Wind. The puck now is handled by the South Stars in their own zone. Steve Carlson sends it back to the Wichita end, where Tim Burke beats Frank Beaton to it. It sits at center ice now for Bob Bergloff, who back into his own zone. Watched by the forechecking of Kevin Maxwell, it's sent to center. Here's Tim Burke for Wichita. Banks it off the near boards, back to the South Star zone. Bob Bergloff is there. 10:44 remaining in the opening period. Scoreless here at the Coliseum. Neutral zone, Steve Carlson. Carlson across the Wind line, pulls the puck back and cleared to center, and was quickly turned in. Will be the airtime right here on WERC Birmingham Sports Station. Off the draw now, the puck handled by Birmingham in the neutral zone. Keith Hansen to his defensive partner, Dave Logan, who will flip the puck high in the air. It bounces to the Wichita goal line, where Brad Knelson takes it, runs into Dobson. The loose puck picked up by Mike Forbes. Forbes, a former captain of Wichita earlier this year, then relinquished his captaincy to Richie Hansen. The puck sent by him to center ice, where it's quickly turned by the South Stars back the other way. Brad Knelson takes it, clears it again to center. So in the neutral zone, Keith Hansen decides to golf it in. 9:51 remaining in the opening period. Game is scoreless. South Stars on Wednesday led 4-0 after the first period en route to a 9-0 whitewash. The Wind now. Larry Floyd to the corner, right side of Warren Skorodensky. Sends the puck behind the net. Dave Logan takes it for Birmingham. Flips it to center. Dave DeBoll can't handle it. It's turned by Dan Fascinato the other way, where Dan McCarthy plays as Wichita's coach Andy Lang changes his troops on the move. Center ice, Dan McCarthy bumped off the puck by Owen Lloyd. The Wind dumping it back the other way. Here's Warren Young for the puck. Young tied up by Richie Hansen, but back to play it for Birmingham is Dave Logan. A rink-wide feed, too far for McCarthy. The Wind has it. Here's Jan Ludwig on center ice now for Roy Simmer. On the right wing, the Wind off a screen. A shot going wide by Ludwig. Ludwig trying to chase it down, muscles McCarthy off the play. There'll be a penalty on the shot on goal. The puck is, but the retaliatory move is the one that gets whistled. So the face-off now upcoming to our left. And to the left side of goaltender Warren Skorodensky off the draw. The puck dumped the lane to the ice. Frank Beaton trying to chase it down. He's put down and ridden off the puck as the goaltender Janasek comes out to play it. Frank Beaton trying to chase the loose puck, but he was put down and the crowd was calling for a penalty. Now at center ice, Beaton again plays the puck. He'll dump it in. It's cleared by Janasek behind the net. DeBoll put down as he wrestles Richie Hansen for the puck. Now Forbes tying things up behind the net as Birmingham wants a face-off in the Wind zone, but it won't come as Kevin Maxwell clears it loose to center. Here's Richie Hansen. Hansen circling back in his own zone. Rink-wide feed broken up by Steve Carlson. He'll dump it back in. 1:14 on the Dan McCarthy penalty. 8 minutes remaining opening period. Scoreless here at the Coliseum. Neutral zone. The Wind dumping it in. It's Homela putting the moves on Roy Summer. Summer goes down. The puck Maxwell down the left wing to Richie Hansen. To Summer at the goal line. Back for Hansen, who'll feed the blue line. Here's Kevin Maxwell towards the right point. Forbes is there. Forbes watched by Beaton, shovels into the corner. Glenn Hicks is tied up. The loose puck behind the net, shoveled in front for a backhander, and is tied up by Skorodensky. Loose puck is whistled, and here's Frank Beaton, and he's going to go on it with Jan Ludwig. Frank Beaton and Jan Ludwig at the goal line. Beaton falls on top of Ludwig to the delight of the crowd here at the Coliseum. And the linesmen, Mark Kaduri and Doug Wilson, will step in and separate the pair. But Frank Beaton getting an ovation from the big crowd here at the Coliseum. So there will be penalties at 12 minutes and 27 seconds. Wichita gets 5 minutes for fighting. So the Wind has a 5-on-3 skater advantage. Steve Martinson serving Beaton's minor penalty. 30 seconds on the McCarthy penalty. Here's Maxwell. A feed in front, knocked away and cleared by Birmingham. Warren Skorodensky McCarthy doing the acrobatic moves around the crease, and Craig Homela cleared the puck away. In 19 seconds, Dan McCarthy will return. Neutral zone, Wind moving in, Mike Mower to the goal line. Tied up, bumped by Keith Hansen, puck to the wing and cleared by Birmingham. So the South Stars doing the job here. Although they're down 5 skaters on 3, McCarthy now returns, and Wichita's advantage is just 5 skaters on 4. Neutral zone play. Forbes to the wing, Murkowski. Murkowski gives it to McCarthy. He looks to clear, but he can't. Forbes from the point. Centers. Steve Carlson takes it. He is hauled down. There's no penalty called in the neutral zone. Now as sticks fly along the wing, the puck sits at center ice, and referee Mike Noth letting much go. Here's McCarthy with the puck for Carlson. Back to McCarthy, who penetrates the Wichita zone. In the corner, McCarthy tied up, kicks the puck to Logan. Dave shoots, and it's steered away by Steve Janasek. 40 seconds on the penalty to Frank Beaton. The minor being served by Steve Martinson. Neutral zone, Mike Mower from the circle shoots. A high riser goes off the glass wide. To the right point, Burke. To the near circle for Knelson. Shoots off a screen, it goes wide. To the right point, Burke is there again. 20 seconds on the power play. His shot deflects off a sprawling Steve Carlson. Opening period. Off the draw in the scoreless hockey game. The puck handled by Birmingham. They look to clear. Fascinato keeps it in. Down the near wing for Richie Hansen. 10 seconds on the power play. Hansen to the left point. Fascinato shooting off a screen and a deflection. It goes off to the corner wide of Skorodinsky. Now along the near wing. Fascinato down the left point to Richie Hansen. Centers off to the left side of the net. And a shot is taken off to the wide side. Penalty time expires. Martinson comes back. And as the puck is cleared to the blue line, Birmingham will watch.
3 different atmospheres, the finest dance floor and sound system in town, and the best drinks. Sit by the fire, relax with a friend, dance to the finest music on the hottest dance floor, or play one of the many video games. Singles, the place to be before, after, or even during a game. Meet me at the all-new Singles, 20th Street and 3rd Avenue South.
5 minutes, 5 seconds remaining opening period. Shots are 6-4 in Birmingham's favor with a scoreless game on the line. Here's Wes Jarvis for Birmingham. Penetrates the Wichita zone as Craig Homela was put down. Here's Dan Fascinato, looks to clear. Works the puck to the blue line. The Wind to center ice. Roy Summer. Summer down the left wing to the goal line. Trying to center it. Goes off the side of the net. Now as it's turned back along the near wing, it's Homela put down. There'll be a penalty this time. Roy Summer will be gone off neutral zone outside the Birmingham blue line. Off the face, here's Keith Hansen with the puck. South Stars are 0 for 2 on the power play so far here tonight. Wichita is 0 for 3. Hansen sends it in, wide of the Wichita net. It's back to the far circle, DeBoll. In the slot for Young, it's off Warren's stick. Turned back to the corner, DeBoll is there. David pulling it back to the blue line. Jarvis can't quite keep it in. So as the South Stars have to regroup in the neutral zone, it's Jarvis down the left side, flips it in with 4 minutes remaining in the opening period, a minute and a half on the power play. But the Wind will clear the puck back to center as Kevin Maxwell dumps the puck. Now Jarvis in the neutral zone, skating left to right, penetrates the zone, but is swept away by Larry Floyd, who clears for Wichita. Now with a minute 10 to go on the power play, Dan McCarthy steps on for Birmingham. Here's Hansen to center ice, Warren Young, tied up by Knelson, feeds to Jarvis, left side McCarthy, scores! Dan McCarthy from West Jarvis, and the Birmingham South Stars on the power play have taken a 1-0 lead. Dan McCarthy, Wes Jarvis, and Warren Young combining on a power play goal. For McCarthy, it is his 20th goal of the year, and Birmingham takes a 1-0 lead, and this is a wild building tonight. McCarthy moving in after a pretty feed from Wes Jarvis, deked and docked in and around goaltender Steve Janasek, and McCarthy had virtually an empty net at which to shoot. So the South Stars.
To make the most of every day, and wherever you go and whatever you do, there's something big waiting for me and you. The biggest taste you've
Bergloff for high sticking at 16:42. Neither team will enjoy a power play here as the penalties cancel out one another. Birmingham leading 1-0 on a pretty goal by Dan McCarthy back at 16:23 of this period. As play unfolds, Birmingham called the National Hockey League. He leaves the NHL for one night to check out things on the farm, and Marshall Johnston will be our guest during the opening intermission. He, as we say, the assistant coach of the New Jersey Devils of the National Hockey League. Neutral zone. Here's Roy Summer for Wichita. Turns it down the right wing for Richie Hansen. Feeds to Knudsen from the left point. A shot off the glove of Skorodinsky, and he covers up quickly. Warren scored Friday and Saturday. So a good bit of rest upcoming for the South Stars. Off the draw, Dan Fascinato from the left point. A shot that is steered wide by Skorodinsky and nets for Birmingham. Now the South Stars, DeBoll at center. Loses the puck as he goes. It's taken by the wind at center ice. Larry Floyd. Floyd trying to pull it around Hicks and Solheim. Does. It's turned to the right circle for Murkowski. Glenn is there. Centers it past Mike Forbes with 2:22 remaining in the period and 1 minute remaining on the penalty time. Here's Murkowski. Along the near circle, DeBoll comes back to take the puck as Murkowski was tied up by Glenn Hicks. Hicks now gets the puck as it's left by DeBoll behind the net. Birmingham leading 1-0 with 2 minutes remaining in the opening period. Here's Solheim down the wing, dances inside Fascinato to the corner, trying to take the puck off Steve Janicek's stick, but the goaltender on a second try clears it to Larry Floyd. Floyd at center, detained by DeBoll. Now he squirts loose and shoots. Glove stopped by Skorodinsky. Warren clears it away. Murkowski centers. Floyd put down by Richter. There'll be a penalty on Dave Richter. So Birmingham in the penalty box has Bergloff beaten, and now Dave Richter. Wichita to their fourth power play of this opening period. Birmingham has had 3 power plays, so this period has been virtually played at a disadvantage for one team or the other, but Birmingham leads 1-0. In 10 seconds, the Bergloff and Miller penalties will expire. Play down the left wing. Maxwell pulling it back to Hansen. Penalties are over to Bergloff and Miller. A shot from the high point going over the net by Forbes, and he can't believe it. At 5-on-4 here, with 1:33 remaining on the Richter penalty. Barring a power play goal, that penalty will continue for 18 seconds into the second period. Here's Glenn Hicks with the puck, trying to clear off McCarthy. It's kept alive by Wichita. At the right point, here's Richie Hansen with 1 minute to go in the period to Forbes. He'll fan on the shot as he tried to tee it up and went down. Loose puck taken in the high slot. Jan Ludwig hooked down. There's no penalty called, and that was probably the most obvious hook of the evening. Now in the neutral zone, here's Kevin Maxwell. Maxwell across the blue line, cutting left on the defense. He's hauled down. There'll be a penalty on Bergloff this time. You can't mistake that one. And you just can't keep giving a team these many opportunities before they'll come back and hurt you. So with 37 seconds to go in the period, Marshall Johnston will be our guest during the upcoming intermission, the assistant coach of the New Jersey Devils of the National Hockey League. Puck, right point, Mike Forbes. Half a minute to go in the period. We'll keep you abreast of that time. The puck along the far circle. It's turned back to the high slot through a low bridge. Down goes the body. It's worked by Mower to the blue line, Forbes. Forbes, right point, moves to the middle of the blue line, feeds the near circle Maxwell, back to Forbes. Far circle Mower, shooting, and it goes wide of the net. 8 seconds in the period. That's going to do it as the puck clears the length of the ice, and the horn is going to sound. 2 seconds, 1. The wind dumps it in, and that's the period. South Stars lead by a score of... Three remaining on their penalties. Second period, Birmingham skating right to left, and Wichita will be skating from left to right. Off the draw now, Wind with the power play of a two-man advantage working out of their own zone. Center ice, Forbes. To the left wing boards, Jan Ludwig. He'll hold the puck. Peel back to the left point for Kevin Maxwell. Maxwell as Richter returns. The puck now along the near wing. Homela breaks up a feed towards Ludwig, but it's kept alive by Richie Hansen. To the right point, Forbes shooting. Kicked away by Skorodensky and cleared by Dave Richter. Wichita now on their 5th power play of the evening. Coming to this moment of the 7 power plays in the opening period, only 6 shots on goal were taken by either hockey club. Tells you something about the specialty teams. 30 seconds on the Bergloff penalty. Here's Roy Sommer centering out in front for Maxwell. A shot that hit the post. Maxwell blistering a shot and he hit the post. Now Maxwell gets it back. Feeds the corner for Richie Hansen. Hansen tied up. Jan Ludwig at the left point. Tees and fires. Saves Skorodensky. Rebound in front. And notice how well Birmingham boxed out in front that time. Glenn Hicks held firmly, took the body, and the puck was cleared away from in front as the South Stars were in tight defensively. Now Bergloff returns. South Stars kill it. A shot in front is a save. Rebound shot is a save. And the South Stars again call on goaltender Warren Skorodensky to make a couple of key saves in front. Edmonton game just 11 minutes underway. The Pittsburgh-Winnipeg game we should have a score on shortly. Off the draw now, the puck. Sent rear side of Warren Skorodensky. It's cleared to the corner. Larry Floyd takes it to Brad Knelson from the point. The shot deflects up into the crowd. Saw Wind. Nothing. Goal in the first period by Dan McCarthy, his 20th, from Wes Jarvis and Warren Young. Off the draw now, Dave Richter with the puck. Tied up. McCarthy rags it around behind his own net. Near corner, Dave Logan battling with Mike Moore. They'll grapple just a bit. Puck taken by the Wind. Murkowski to the blue line. Burke with a shot. Pad save by Skorodensky. McCarthy clears it to center. Warren Young trying to take it, but Tim Burke does for Wichita. Left wing, it's turned in. Moore. Now it's dropped back. McCarthy takes it for DeBoll. Back for McCarthy across the blue line. He overskates, Danny does. Gets it back. Feeds in front. DeBoll the backhander. Saved by Janusek, a beauty. DeBoll gets it back to the right point. Richter. Now he winds it around behind the Wichita net. Along the near boards, Warren Young. What a save. Janusek made on DeBoll. Now DeBoll again in front towards Logan. Knocked away by Brad Knelson. Along the near wing, Knelson takes the puck. He'll send it too far for Larry Floyd. Birmingham back into their own zone to play the puck. 17-18 remaining second period. 1-0 South Stars. McCarthy at center ice. Broken off his stick by Paul Miller, one of his infrequent shifts here this evening. Neutral zone play for Dave Logan. Logan up for Jarvis, who comes off the bench, penetrates the blue line. Jarvis has it poked off his stick. Miller takes it away, shovels it ahead for Brent Shaw. Here's Shaw down the left wing, cuts it on Richter and shoots, and it's a kick save by Skorodensky. Rebound comes off to the near boards, where Warren Young back checks, takes it for Glenn Hicks. Now for Jarvis, and a 2-on-2 with Dobson on his right. The drop for Dobson, he fakes, he shoots, and he fires it wide. Now back along the near boards, Hicks can't keep it in. Goes all the way back to the South Star zone. Bergloff behind his own net. Brent Shaw on the forecheck. Bergloff to Homela. Center ice now. Here's Dobson dancing around the defense, dropping off for Jarvis. West in the slot, shooting. Save is made by Janusek. Rebound Dobson for Hicks. He shoots. Save again by Janusek, and Steve holds on. So the South Stars are there putting the pressure on. 30th game this year has still no penalty minutes. The CHL record is 43 games in a row from the start of the season without a penalty. Greg Vadic, a former Dallas Blackhawk who was the first round pick by the Chicago Blackhawks a number of years ago. Vadic holds the CHL record, 43 games in a row from the start of the season without a penalty minute. DeBoll, of course, his stint has been interrupted by injuries, but he is in his 30th game here tonight. Play at center ice. Hicks turns in the afternoon. 12:15 tomorrow. Alabama basketball against the Kentucky Wildcats. Tomorrow afternoon, 12:15. The Tide and the Cats from Lexington right here on Birmingham Sports Station. WERC. Hope you get 12:15. The tip-off at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. Puck now off the draw is dumped into the Birmingham zone to our right. Hicks behind the net. Far wing, referee Mike Noth nearly gets sandwiched off the play. Birmingham breaks it a 2-on-2. Jarvis with Martinson. Right wing joining off the play is Birdroth. He'll throw in front. Jarvis shooting. And it is knocked away by Janusek. As just again did he get a piece. Now Dobson returns in front. And it scores! Dobson on a lob shot from the far circle that goes in off the glove of goaltender Steve Janusek. And the Birmingham South Stars have taken a 2-0 lead. We'll have to wait and see who gets credit in front, whether it's going to be Dobson himself or possibly a touch by Martinson. It is going to be Steve Martinson. Steve Martinson, his second goal of the year, and he couldn't have picked a better time for it to happen. Dobson and Jarvis pick up the assists. At 14:40 or at 4:40, we center ice. Frank Beaton, and I'll guess Mike Mower it is. Beaton and Mower, the two guys who went the other day, they're going again. Jaw to jaw, toe to toe, punch for punch at center ice. Beaton throwing the rights, Mower throwing the lefts, and they're just jawing and now tangling. This is right off the face-off. Beaton and Mower, toe to toe, punch for punch at center ice. Waltz music coming across the loudspeaker system as Frank Beaton tries to throw some lefts over the top. Mower trying to combat it as well. The linesmen are not yet going to step in between. Mower and Beaton tangoing. They've moved all the way from the center ice spot to inside the Birmingham blue line. Mower trying to... box. Frank is bleeding just a bit. Mower did open up a cut on Frank Beaton in the course of the exchange. There was a good bit of hair pulling, of course, involved. And Mower might be gone for the game on a gross misconduct. That is my guess. I would not be surprised to see a gross or a match misconduct because of hair pulling, because there are a couple of good hands full of hair that were being yanked at. We'll wait and see exactly how referee Mike Noah, a goal here on the power play. The man in the penalty box cannot come back. Wichita will be shorthanded for the full 5 minutes, power play goal or not. Here off the face-off, Birmingham with the puck in the Wichita zone. It's to the left point, McCarthy to the right point, Jarvis now to Homola in front. Carlson a tip try, but it comes through to the near wing. McCarthy at the left point. South Stars lead 2-0. Homola now to the right point, Jarvis back for Homola in the corner. Carlson is there. Steve peels off, feeds McCarthy. He shoots, and it's sticked away by Janusek. To the right point, Jarvis. Birmingham down the wing. Carlson broken up by Knelson and cleared by Summer. So Birmingham now regrouping back in their own zone, leading 2-0, and again on a power play for 4 minutes and 10 seconds more. And even if the South Stars score a power play goal, Mitch Wilson, who is serving the penalty, cannot return. Here's Carlson for the circle, shooting. It's knocked down off a leg in front. Homola gets it back at the circle. To the blue line, Jarvis. Action to our left in the Wichita zone. Near circle, Carlson in front. Trying it is McCarthy. To the blue line, Jarvis. Back to McCarthy at the far circle. Here's Carlson near circle. Down the wing for Dobson. To Carlson at the left point. Plenty of time. 6 minutes gone in the period. Now there will be penalties in front. Homola got the stick up high along with, tough to see who else shorthanded, and the minor penalties negate one another. So the minor penalties will not go up on the scoreboard. The players, of course, will have to sit off. But Birmingham is on the power play for 3.5 minutes now. 5 skaters on 4, and the South Stars lead by a score of 2-0. Off the draw, here's Keith Hansen with the puck in his own zone. Dumping it back to Wes Jarvis, now for Solheim. Solheim deep in his own zone. Murkowski trying to break it up. The puck bouncing dangerously in front of the South Stars net, but here comes Birmingham right to left. Hansen to Jarvis. West dumps it in. It comes out of the corner behind the Wichita net. Janasek up the far wing to the right point. Hansen in front for Solheim. Back to the left point, Jarvis. Middle of the blue line, Hansen. Far circle, Warren Young. Left point, Jarvis. Circle, Young. Young is tied up. Loose behind the net, DeBoll. Dave DeBoll holds the puck. 3 minutes on the power play remaining. Solheim to the left point, Jarvis. Birmingham moves the puck left. Jarvis shoots and is deflected over the top of the net to the corner. Solheim is there, tied up by Murkowski. Solheim comes loose, feeds in front, nobody's home. Right point, Hansen keeps it alive. Around the net to Warren Young. Young on the near wing with action 2 hours left in the Wichita zone. Birmingham leads 2-0. 12:45 to go, second period. South Stars on the power play. Jarvis shoots from the high slot. Glove stopped by Janasek. You're listening to Birmingham South Stars hockey. Back at the Coliseum, Birmingham on the power play for another 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Far circle, Jarvis, goal line, Carlson. Action to our left in the Wichita zone, top of the far circle, McCarthy. He feeds, but it's picked off by Wichita, cleared by Roy Summer the length of the ice. So Birmingham now having to work back out of their own zone, leading 2-0. Here's Steve Carlson with the puck. Carlson at center ice, cutting to his right, now cuts left as he goes, trying to shovel it ahead to Solheim, but it's broken up by the awaiting Larry Floyd. Now with 1:45 on the power play, Birmingham comes again. Carlson across the blue line, leaves to McCarthy. Danny Mack shoots off a screen in front, steered away to the near corner by Janasek, dug loose by Jarvis. Jarvis at the goal line, near wing, watched by Fascinato, feeds the high slot. McCarthy shoots, saved by Janasek, rebound by Jarvis, loose to Dobson, he scores! Jim Dobson on the power play, and remember, the penalized player does not return. One player will return, Owen Lloyd, but the original penalty to Mike Mower being served by Mitch Wilson will continue. Power play goal by Birmingham. Jim Dobson, another power play goal. His 14th of the year, his 26th overall this season. Birmingham leads 3-0 with Jarvis and McCarthy assisting. And Birmingham is still on the power play. Birmingham still on the power play now, as that penalty to Mike Mower is continuing. It was a match penalty. Here's Dan McCarthy for Birmingham to the goal line. DeBoll circles the Wichita net. DeBoll along the wing to the left point. Warren Young to the right point. Keith Hansen shoots wide. DeBoll, a rebound. Save is made. DeBoll gets it back behind the net. Jarvis. Jarvis to the near circle. 50-second power play remaining. To the blue line, Keith Hansen. Hansen along the near wing. Sends to the goal line, Jarvis. Off for DeBoll. DeBoll trying to center it. Gets it back. Shoots. Knocked down in front. It's recovered by Warren Young. Birmingham all over the puck again. Here's Young. Down the far wing to McCarthy. McCarthy back behind the net. Jarvis centering try. It's cleared away by Janasek to the near boards. Half a minute remaining on the power play. Puck to the left point. Keith Hansen. Hansen shoots off a McCarthy tip, and it goes wide. Now Jarvis up the far wing, being watched by Mike LeCun. Jarvis spins, feeds the far point. Warren Young to the near point. Keith Hansen in front to Jarvis. He shoots. Save is made. Jarvis gets it back. Return try in front for Young. He scores! And Birmingham leads 4-0. And 33 seconds, the time of the power play goal, and Birmingham will stay on the power play. off the face-off now. 8 seconds on the penalty, remember. Play in the neutral zone. Here's Richie Hansen. Hansen will shovel it back into the Birmingham zone. South Stars have done the job here as finally Mitch Wilson returns after serving Mike Mower's penalty. Neutral zone. Steve Martinson trying to outrace Knelson for the puck. Wichita takes it. Mitch Wilson, right wing, penetrates. He's to the goal line, tries to center, but he puts it behind the net as he is discarded off the play by Hicks. A return by Richie Hansen is a high riser off the glass. Now along the wing. Birmingham behind their own net. Carlson for Bergloff for Martinson. Martinson, who scored his second of the year tonight. Martinson down the right wing, cutting left across the blue line. He's put down as he pulled the puck behind him. The Wind will take it and start it left to right through their own zone. Here's Mitch Wilson at center. Wilson down the left wing centers. Wes Jarvis clears it back to the neutral zone. Back on the Wind defense, here's Tim Burke with Solheim forechecking. 9:25 remaining second period. Birmingham leading 4-0 on goals by McCarthy, Martinson, Dobson, and Young. Now Jarvis from the far circle, a shot that Janasek steers away. Knelson takes it behind his own net, so Wes Jarvis came calling that time. Now from his own defense, it's cleared by Forbes to center ice. Recovered by Dave Richter for Birmingham. Richter on the near wing for Homola. He'll shovel it ahead towards Jarvis, but backtracking is Richie Hansen to take the puck. The captain of the Wichita Wind. Richie Hansen to center ice, losing it to Jarvis. Jarvis has got Homola with him, but he shoots, and it goes whistling wide of the net. Now Dave Logan, he'll get a penalty right here, as Logan will get called for roughing with Jan Ludwig. And now here comes Knelson. Here comes a big fight as fights break out all over the ice. Richter and Knelson, Ludwig and Logan all going at it along the near boards, with Birmingham leading 4-0. Couple of fights going on. Knelson, who was the third man in, and that might well be an additional penalty. We've got Logan, Knelson, Dobson, and Richter and Ludwig. And those battles are dandies, and Richter just teeing it up now on Brad Knelson, and the crowd eating it up. The South Stars on top 4-0. Play along the near boards. Dave Logan had already been sent to the penalty box area. He's being ushered back. So is Jan Ludwig. Richter and Knelson are still going at it along the near boards, and Dave Richter is a big boy. He throws 2 left, 3 left, 4 left hands. Here comes linesman Mark Kaduri. He cannot get between as linesman Doug Wilson was left there all alone. That is a cardinal sin for the linesman. The linesman, one of them went to take one man to the locker room, or at least to the penalty box. The other linesman could not keep the two combatants apart, and Dave Richter just takes Brad Knelson and beats him rather severely. Jan Ludwig is going to the locker room. Logan is in the penalty box. So is Richter. Birmingham leads 4-0. And we have got getting 5 minutes for fighting. Upcoming now to our left, deep in the Wichita zone. Birmingham leads 4-0. Wichita has the power play now for 2 minutes. Wichita's 6th power play opportunity of the evening. Wichita is 0 for 5 on the power play to this point. Birmingham is 3 of 5. Off the draw. Here's Wichita's Glenn Murkowski. He'll skate the puck to center, give to Forbes. Forbes will dump it in off the stick of Larry Floyd, and Keith Hansen will dump it back the other way. So Birmingham killing time. Here's Richie Hansen, losing for the moment. Now Hicks at the circle, shoots. Pad save, Janasek. Carlson trying to convert the rebound. He's put down, and the puck is tied up. More so Homola than Carlson. Off to our left. Right side of goaltender Steve Janasek. Off the draw, here's Forbes now with the puck. Mike goes to Richie Hansen at center. Rink-wide feed. Carlson breaks it up. It's recovered by Murkowski. Glenn cutting to his left at center ice, and now winds it around behind the Birmingham net. South Stars lead 4-0. Forbes with the puck at the right point. Feeds to the left point. Richie Hansen down the wing. Getting it back from Murkowski with 1:04 on the power play. Here's Forbes down the wing off Larry Floyd's stick. Back to Forbes at the right point. Action to our right in the Birmingham zone. In front, Forbes pass picked off by Carlson en route to Larry Floyd. And Steve dumps it back the length of the ice. So here's Forbes again from behind his own net. McCarthy on the forecheck. Forbes starts it quickly to center ice, Kevin Maxwell. Maxwell down the left wing. McCarthy hustling back to tie him up, putting him down. No penalty call. Puck to the right side of the net. Murkowski tied up by Keith Hansen. Loose for Maxwell. Maxwell behind the net. 29 seconds on the power play. Near wing, Bergloff ties him up. DeBoll works the puck to the goal line. Bergloff back for DeBoll. And Davies going to go with it with McCarthy joining him on the left side. DeBoll across the line to the circle around the defense. Broken up, though, by a poke check of Richie Hansen. Right point, Keith Hansen keeps it in. Dumps it to the Wichita goal line. Richie Hansen, no relation to Keith, takes the puck. 5 seconds on the power play. Wind, blue line, Larry Floyd to Maxwell. In front, the shot deflects off Hansen to the near wing. Martinson returns, having turned his stint in the penalty box, subbing for Dave Logan. Larry Floyd with a shot from the far circle, saved by Skorodensky. And Warren holds on with 6.5 remaining in the second period. Big stop on a whistler from the far circle. And you're listening to Birmingham South Stars Hockey.
Pittsburgh's for you.
6.5 remaining, second period. South Stars leading the Wichita Wind 4-0 on goals by Dan McCarthy, Steve Martinson, Jim Dobson, and Warren Young. Birmingham dumps the puck to late. Penalty time clear as far as the minor penalties are concerned. Of course, the majors continuing, likewise the misconducts. Neutral zone, off the draw, Birmingham. Jarvis trying to shovel it ahead to Homola, broken up by a hustling Owen Lloyd coming back. Now it's center ice. Maxwell up off the stick of Brent Shaw. It's turned back the other way, and now Paul Miller is on the ice, joining Owen Lloyd for the moment on defense. Now as Miller peels away to his accustomed forward spot, Shaw takes a backhander and dumps the puck in. It's in front of Skorodensky, golfed at by Hicks, not cleared. Miller keeps it alive, but as he's tied up by Homola, Bergloff takes the puck and threads the needle the length of the ice. It'll go to the goal line where the touch by Lloyd play continues. Owen Lloyd in front of his own net. The pass handled to Brent Shaw. Shaw up on the head man to Miller, who penetrates, gives back to Shaw. Shaw down to the left circle. Brent shoots off the short side. Skorodensky ties it up, pokes the rebound away. It's gobbled up by Roy Summer. Summer with 5:25 to go in the second period sends behind the net where Jarvis takes it. Can't clear. Forbes with a shot. Knocked down by Keith Hansen. Shovels it ahead for Dobson. Now Solheim at the red line on the right wing for Jarvis. Jarvis pulling it back for Solheim. He can't find the puck. It was too far behind him, and the Wind will turn it back left to right. From center ice, Forbes dumps it in. The big glove stop made by Skorodensky, though the shot would have gone high and wide. Martinson behind his own net puts the puck to the near corner. Nobody's there. It's taken by Mike LeCun, who was hit by Hicks. As the puck squirts loose, Warren Young takes the puck. Young starts out near of his own net, feeds cross crease to Hansen. Hansen headman's knocked out of midair by Owen Lloyd. And as it's turned back, here's Richie Hansen on the left wing for Wichita. Hansen to the top of the circle, knocked down in front of Skorodensky. Warren shovels it away for Keith Hansen on the right wing boards. Now to center ice for Warren Young. He's got Solheim on his left. Drops to Solheim at the blue line. Kenny rink wide, right point. Hansen shooting. Save is made. Janasek with 4:21 remaining in the second period. The South Stars lead 4-0.
Off US 31 in Homewood.
For tuning in, Dave Richter is gone from the hockey game. So is Wichita net. Wind will break it to center. Mitch Wilson on the left wing. LeCun breaking it up is Birmingham's Bergloff. Down the left wing to McCarthy. Back in front of the net. No South Stars there. LeCun takes it along the far wing. Mike LeCun up to Richie Hansen. Now it's pulled back to the Wichita defense again, and it's played from behind their own net by Tim Burke. Burke banks it off the far wing. Keith Hansen takes it at center. It's loose for Wichita. LeCun turns it in. Richie Hansen was offside on the right wing, though the whistle never sounds. And a Forbes shot from the point is cleared away by Skorodensky. And here comes Birmingham 3-on-3. Warren Young to the right wing. DeBoll behind the net. Holds. Feeds in front. Warren Young plays it. Young at the near circle on the backhand. Derives the feed and front score. Dave DeVoe from Warren Young. As Young had all sorts of opportunities either to feed the right point or stay with the puck. He decided to stay with it. Fed Dave DeVoe, and David makes it 5-0 as Birmingham gets a goal from DeVoe, his 15th of the year. Warren Young picks up the assist. And Birmingham is now comfortably ahead by 5 goals. 16:33 is the time. Warren Young made a heck of a play coming out of the near corner to the right side of the Wichita net. He was on his backhand and had an option of either feeding the right point and having things teed up from there, or turn an extra turn in front and set up DeVoe. Young set up David, and DeVoe beat Janosek fairly already. Game number 52 of 80. And of course, heading on the road to meet Colorado at McNichols Arena next weekend. Games that you'll hear on WERC Friday and Saturday beginning at 8:15. Behind the net, Martinson has gone for a costly penalty as he high sticks Dan Fastenal.
Coupon good for $2 off regular adult admission prices at selected South Stars hockey games. Protect your car with Gulf Pride and stop by and say hello to Charles Hartley.
Wichita is on the power play for the next minute and 52 seconds as we're underway at the Coliseum. Birmingham leading 5-0 late in the second period. 2:49 remaining to play. Neutral zone, Glenn Murkowski dumps it on the left wing. Jan Ludwig is there. Ludwig, with his penalty time having expired, whips the puck around to the right point. Forbes keeps it in to Larry Floyd. Left point, Kevin Maxwell to Ludwig at the far circle. Bear hugged by Bergloff. The referee gave that one a long, hard look. In front, Murkowski, a shot save. Rebound, save by Skorodensky. As Ludwig sent it out in front to Murkowski, and Murkowski twice in point-blank range could not solve the mystery of Warren Skorodensky. Skoro just playing an outstanding brand of hockey, taking advantage of the opportunities when they're presented to him. To our right, deep in the South Star zone. Off the face-off with a minute 21 remaining on the penalty time. Steve Carlson draws with Murkowski. Murkowski wins it to the blue line. Maxwell gives it away to McCarthy, and then McCarthy eases it ahead. Now back at center ice, Wichita again. Down the left wing, Larry Floyd to the goal line, Murkowski. Murkowski off on the peel to Roy Summer. Summer to the left point, Maxwell in front towards Floyd. It goes well wide. Keith Hansen behind the net. Floyd takes the puck. 55 seconds on the power play. 2 minutes in the second period. Birmingham leads 5-0. Right point, Forbes. Forbes cutting to his left at the blue line. It's to our right in Birmingham ice. Larry Floyd shooting. Save is made. Rebound, Murkowski. Save again by Skorodensky. The puck goes sky high and is cleared by Keith Hansen. Warren Skorodensky, just unreal between the pipes for Birmingham. Now as Wichita tries to break out of their own zone, Birmingham forechecks. Jarvis steals. A feed in front towards McCarthy is off his skates and taken away by Wichita. Murkowski up the middle and shoots from the blue line. It goes wide of Skorodensky. 17 seconds on the power play, and again Birmingham will clear the puck the other way. A minute 14 to go in the second period. 9 seconds on the power play. Birmingham leading 5-0. Here's Wichita now through center ice. Maxwell up the middle, double bumped by Keith Hansen and Glenn Hicks, and scored on WERC Birmingham. Birmingham Sports Station off the draw. The puck trickles on Skorodensky as the 1 minute sounder goes. Keith Hansen jawing with Kevin Muff on Mike LeCun. LeCun gone for hooking Wes Jarvis at 19:13. And Birmingham will go to their 6th power play of the evening. Birmingham is 3 of 5 on the power play so far. Of course, one of that, or actually 2 of those goals coming during that extended power play after Mike Mower was guilty of a match penalty for hair pulling that brought about his banishment from the hockey game. 2-0, Wichita clears the puck off the jaws. Tim Burke sent it the length of the ice. 37 seconds to go in the second period. Birmingham power play. Right wing, Wes Jarvis penetrates the wind zone. Feeds the high slot, but it's behind Dobson and ahead of McCarthy. So Wichita will clear it with 25 seconds remaining in the period. Barring a power play goal here quickly, Birmingham will have 1:13 remaining on the power play when the third period begins. But here's Jarvis across the blue line, left wing, Homela, back in front. Jarvis broken up by Larry Floyd, but not cleared. 10 seconds, McCarthy keeps it in front to Jarvis. Fans on it, left point, Solheim shooting, sticked up into the crowd by Janasek with intermission. Face off, 2 wide left, deep in the Wichita zone, right side of Janasek. 4 seconds to go. DeBoll will draw. He has Solheim in the gunner hole to Solheim. Pulls the trigger, steered away by Janasek as the horn sounds. So Birmingham